Hello, how are you doing? Good evening. This is over and over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. This is going to be a live watch along. It's the Arsenal women massive game this is in the Champions League group stage. It's against Hoffenheim at Meadow Park, and it'll be coming up the other side of this. Hello, I'm Richard. So this is a big, massive Champions League night for the Arsenal women, of course, having lost away at Barcelona last week, 4-1. It's vital that we bounce back and get 3 points in this game. The two games against Hoffenheim this week and later on in the campaign are going to be vital to our chances of qualifying, looking like probably second place behind Barcelona. They did win again earlier on tonight against Koga. So this is a big game. Of course, Hoffenheim did beat Koga 5-0 last week. So it is a massive game for us. Just before we go through the teams, we've got a few comments in already. Gwyneth for Life says, hopefully the girls can put the bad result against Barca behind them and get the 3 points. That's what we're hoping for tonight. Rajendra as well. He says, hello, Richard. How you doing, mate? Thanks for tuning in again. And Matt says, anyone else's stream for the game not on yet? No, mine isn't on yet either. But we are still 10 minutes or so away from kickoffs. So I'm not going to panic at the moment. Matt also says, hello. Of course, Matt is on the Arsenal Women's Show, which is going out tomorrow again at 7:30. Unfortunately, Matt can't make tomorrow, but we've got some other guests coming on as well. That's going to be a good show tomorrow. We'll be looking back on the Everton game, of course, and this game as well. But, of course, what I need to bring you is the team news. This is how Arsenal are lining up tonight. So, in goal, it is Manu Zinsberger, of course, as you would expect. Right back tonight is Noel Moritz. She's been playing there, of course, recently. Anyway, the two centre-backs, we've got Lotte Wubben-Moy, and she is going to be partnered by Leah Williamson, of course, as always. And left back again, as at the weekend, is Katie McCabe, of course, who scored in the last 3 WSL games. The two sitting in midfield, just in front then, we have got, when I find a picture, the captain fantastic, of course, Kim Little. Next to her, we've got Frida Manham, who, of course, scored that fantastic goal in against Everton at the weekend. Especially scored in the last 2 games because she scored in Barcelona as well. Then just in front of them, we have got Jordan Nobbs playing just behind the front three. Which tonight we've got Player of the Month, Beth Mead. She looks like she'll be playing on the right. We've got Tobin Heath, and she'll probably be playing on the left. And of course, through the centre is, of course, the fantastic Vivianne Miedemeier. So that's the Arsenal team. Zinsberger, Moritz, Wubben-Moy, Williamson, McCabe, Little, Manham, Nobbs, Mead, Heath, and Miedemeier. On the bench for Arsenal tonight, goalkeeper Williams. We've got Jem Beattie, Vicky Snyder, Taya Goldie, Steph Catley, Leah Walty, Mana Iwabuchi, Nikita Paris, and Caitlin Ford. So it's a really good, strong Arsenal bench as well. In terms of Hoffenheim, their danger player, of course, is centre forward Nicole Beer, who is the German Player of the Year for last season, top scorer as well. So I think she's going to be the danger player we need to watch out for Hoffenheim tonight. They've got a mostly German team, actually. They've only got 4 or 5 players in their side that aren't German. So that's sort of interesting, actually, isn't it? You know, we've only got 3 English players in our starting lineup and another 2 on the bench. Mark in the chat there says, hi, Richard, predictions for tonight's game. It's going to be a really tight, tough game, isn't it? Obviously, I'm confident that Arsenal can get the win. But I don't think it's going to be an easy game at all. I'm going to predict an Arsenal victory. I can't go for anything else. I'm going to go for an Arsenal to win by 2-1. I think it's going to be tight and tense, but I think we'll just have enough to come out on top. What I'll do is I'll just score up on the screen as well, so that everyone can see the score as we're going along. I think it's going to be a good game, this, actually. I'd say Hoffenheim did win 5-0 last week against, of course, against Koga, the Danish team. There we go, got the score up there. Hoffenheim Frauen, of course, the German team. Rajandra there's gone 3-1 to Arsenal. A little bit more optimistic than me, but that's fine. And Matt says Bia scored last time versus Koga when she pounced on a loose ball. Yeah, she's a good player. You know, she's going to be the danger. There's no doubt about that. But they've got some good players at Hoffenheim. This is their first season in the Champions League. So it's a new experience for them. And I say they did win 5-0 last week against Koga, who, of course, are going to probably be the team that are going to prop up the division, I would imagine, this group. But who knows? You know, Barcelona didn't score till late on tonight. They actually won 2-0 in Barcelona, but they didn't score till late on. So it's going to be a difficult game against them as well, especially away on their plastic pitch. But this is all about Arsenal tonight. A really important game, a tough game. Hoffenheim are just in coming out of the tunnel now. They're all in dark blue kit with some white trim. Smart kit actually, and they will be playing in that kit. Obviously, Arsenal will be in the usual red kit, white sleeves, white shorts, and red and white striped socks. Of course, the new kit for this season. But there seems to be some sort of delay. I'm not quite sure what it is, but the German players are just sort of hanging around just outside the changing room area, not quite coming out yet. Are they a little bit early? There is 5-6 minutes to kick off. Maybe they are. Obviously, you've got the Champions League anthem and stuff like that to come. I don't know whether the Arsenal team are ready yet. They're just focusing on the Hoffenheim captain, Fabiana Dongas. She'll be leading their team out very shortly. And, of course, it'll be Kim Little leading out the Arsenal team, as you would expect. Of course, the referee is Stephanie Frappart, of course, very experienced referee, probably the most experienced referee in the women's game. I believe she was on VAR, actually, in Barcelona last week. Or was she the fourth official? I seem to remember her name getting mentioned. But anyway, she's the referee for tonight. Gary from DWTT's in the chat. How you doing, Gary? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget, guys, to check out his channel as well, and the Arsenal Fan Circle, which is also on. They do some great Arsenal stuff as well there. So definitely worth getting involved with that, and check out that channel as well. Loads of good stuff out on YouTube for Arsenal, actually. It's not just the big channels, is it, that everybody knows about? There's so many great channels out there that are smaller and deserve our support as well. So, you know, I try to support as many channels as I can here. And I know other guys are trying to support me as well. So that's what it's all about, isn't it? But I say we do cover the Arsenal women on this channel, maybe more than a lot of other channels do. I think we try and give it the best coverage that we possibly can. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you do and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Obviously, we cover the men as well. I'll be doing a watch along at a Crystal Palace game on Monday, doing some build-up stuff over the weekend as well, hoping to get a Crystal Palace fan on as well to talk about that game, one or two other bits and pieces as well about that game coming up. Because, of course, after this game tonight, the Arsenal women aren't back in action again until the end of the month, the FA Cup semi-final against Brighton on the 31st of October. So we've got a couple of weeks off. There's an international break as well. So obviously we'll be spending a little bit more time back on the men's team again over the next couple of weeks. But, of course, we will be back for that FA Cup semi-final. And don't forget, of course, the Arsenal women's show tomorrow night at 7:30 on the channel. Got a good panel coming on, of course. Andreas, a German Arsenal women's fan, he gave us some great details of Hoffenheim, didn't he, in last week's show? So that was really good. And he'll be back on tomorrow. We've got Amar as well, who did that fantastic match day vlog for the Everton game. He'll be on as well. And also we've got Samantha, a new pan tomorrow, because Matt can't make it and Harry can't make it either. But I'm sure we'll get those two back on very soon. Obviously, we'll have a week off from the Arsenal women's show next week, of course, with no games. But we will be back, I say, for the Brighton game at the end of the month. But the teams are now coming out. Arsenal being led out, as I say, by Kim Little, wearing their tracksuit tops, actually, which are smart. And I say Hoffenheim are now coming out as well in the all blue kit. But their shorts might be black, actually, or very dark blue. Quite a smart kit, as I said. So the teams are coming out. So we're not going to be far away from kickoff here at Meadow Park. We're just going to be doing the Champions League anthem, which is always nice to hear, isn't it? Haven't heard it at Arsenal for a while, have we? Be the first home game in the Champions League for an Arsenal team for quite a while. Actually, it's a slightly different theme tune, isn't it, for the women than it is for the men? Anyway, much about that. We shall see. And Gary there in the chat has said there, will Hoffenheim beat the Arsenal from the last Barcelona v Arsenal match last week? 4 goal difference needs to be erased. Yeah, it does. I mean, I just think it's going to be these 2 games, isn't it? Don't forget, we've got to play that Koga at home as well. I'm sure we'll score a few goals against them. But if we can get a result tonight and then get a result, at least a point then away in Hoffenheim, that'll put us in a great position. Rajendra says there, the best coverage of the matches. Oh, thank you very much, Rajendra. Thanks for your support as well. Much appreciated. I know you're always in the chat every game, which is great. So I appreciate your support. I said I got the Arsenal team up there. So it's Zinsberger in goal. Back 4 is McCabe, Woubenmoy, Williamson, and Moritz. That's left to right. Then we've got Manham and Little just behind Jordan Nobbs, and then the front 3, Mead on the right, Heath on the left, and of course Vivian and Miedemeier looking for a 10th goal of the season already. Of course, nominated for the Ballon d'Or as well. And I believe she signed a new contract as well this week, or she's about to sign a new contract. That seems to be what's going on there, which is great, of course, isn't it? It'd be brilliant if we could tie her down for the next few years as well. Fantastic player. Very difficult player to replace, she would be as well. Which is Tobin Heath as well, isn't it, in the starting lineup tonight? She's made a big impact in all the games that she's played with assists. Not quite got her first goal yet, but I'm sure it won't be far away. Well, she did get a good assist in last week's game against Barcelona as well. Consolation goal in the end, of course, but it was nice to see her get that assist. So we're about to get started here at Meadow Park. They're just going through the Hoffenheim team. I'm pretty sure none of you guys know too much about them. But anyway, they've got a Croatian goalkeeper, Tofekovic. That's what we'll call that. Martina Tofekovic. They've got 2 Austrians actually in defence as well. The 2 fullbacks are both Austrian. And they've got an Austrian striker, as I said, in Nicole Beer as well. And she's partnered by the Belgium Tine de Cagnier. So that's the Hoffenheim side as well. They're in a little huddle there in front of the dugouts. It seems like Arsenal are going to be attacking the goal to our right in the first half, which is the south back end at Meadow Park. If you're familiar with the stadium, you'll know which end that is. The end that we attacked in the second half last Sunday, of course, against Everton. The goal that Frida Manham, of course, scored that great goal. Hoffenheim doing their high fives and are now getting ready to kick off. And Arsenal already ready and lined up, ready to go. It's going to be Hoffenheim to take kick off, actually. Let's say they're taking the goal to our left, all in blue. In this first half, I said they'll be attacking the north back end. The players and the referee are just taking a knee. And we are just about to kick off here at Meadow Park. It's a big game tonight in the Champions League for Arsenal. Nothing less than 3 points really is going to be good enough, I don't believe. So let's hope that we can put in a performance. 5 wins, of course, in a row in the WSL. We are off and underway. It was Hoffenheim there with the kickoff, playing the ball around at the back in these very, very early stages. Say at Meadow Park tonight, first home game in the Champions League group stage ever for Arsenal, because this is the first time they've done a group stage like this in the Women's Champions League. So let's hope we can mark the occasion with a good victory. So far, Arsenal haven't actually touched the ball. Hoffenheim are just knocking it around at the back. Merritt in and wins the ball back there, drops to Miedemeier. Now Arsenal can maybe get an attack going. Or Miedemeier's ball was cut out, and now Hoffenheim looking to get an attack themselves. But Williamson comes across there well, wins the ball back for Arsenal, plays it back to goalkeeper Zinsberger. Of course, she was magnificent last week, wasn't she, in Barcelona? She made 4 or 5 outstanding saves, including a penalty save at the end as well. The 4th penalty in a row that she saved for Arsenal, and now obviously kept the score down to 4-1 in the end. Could have been a lot worse for us, couldn't it? So we need to be grateful for her last week. Let's hope she can. Well, let's hope she's not needed to do much tonight. I think that's the most important thing, isn't it? Let's hope she's not. But, I'm sure Hoffenheim will pose a threat in this game. And it's just a matter of whether Arsenal can, if we can get our game imposed on them. At the moment, though, Hoffenheim have certainly dominated the possession. They did just pass the ball out there. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Arsenal's right, which Moritz is going to take. Noah Moritz. She's been playing well at right back, actually. She had a bit of a torrid time last week in Barcelona, but then many of our players did as well. But she certainly had a good start to the season in the WSL. She's getting forward well. as well. I don't know whether she'll be able to get forward quite as much tonight, because I think defence is going to be really important for Arsenal as well. But we'll see. But Hoffenheim now got an opportunity today, just on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Played the ball out to this near side. This is a dangerous moment for Arsenal. What we don't want to do is concede the first goal. Cross comes in from that far side. A header at the far post. It's inside the 6-yard box. And there's a chance here for Hoffenheim. Just put past the post. That was a good chance there. It was actually the danger one. Nicole Beer there with the effort. Not great defending from Arsenal, actually. The cross came in. Williams, McCabe lost the first header. Wilbur Moylan didn't get it clearer. And it did fall to the dangerous Beer. We can't really give her that many opportunities that close to goal. In the end, from about 6 yards on the turn, went just past the post. But now Arsenal coming forward themselves with Frida Manham in midfield. She plays it out to that far side. It's with Tobin Heath now. Tobin Heath, she's got Katie McCabe inside her. Katie McCabe tries to pull it across, but it's out for a corner. Quick counter-attack that was there from Arsenal down that left-hand side. Heath played it in to McCabe, but her cross was deflected wide by a Hoffenheim defender. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal over on the far side. That was much better from Arsenal. There was Beth Mead in the 6-yard box there waiting for that cross. She would have had a tap in if it had come to her, but instead it has gone out for a corner, which Beth Mead is now going to take over on that far side for Arsenal. It's going to be an in-swinger with her right foot from that left-hand side. It's in towards the near post. It's actually quite a decent corner, that. Just as I say that, my feed has frozen, which is slightly annoying. Let me just refresh it. And let's see if we can get that back. Oh, no, let's put an advert on. That's YouTube for you. When you get a lot of subscribers, you get adverts. I unfortunately don't yet, but one day. But anyway. Let's have a look. Oh, we are back in. It's 3 minutes played. It is still 0-0. Nothing came of that corner, unfortunately for Arsenal, although maybe fortunately for us, because I would have missed it. But anyway, Hoffenheim now building from the back with Fieldkamp, the defender, the German defender. Just playing it around at the back, goes back to the goalkeeper. Heath then tries to put her under pressure, but the goalkeeper goes long. And it's flicked on in the centre circle by De Cagny, and it has gone out now for a throw to Arsenal. Jonas there on the bench looking on, obviously be hoping for a response to that game last week. The only game this season that we haven't won, that game in Barcelona, and that's in all competitions, of course, including the FA Cup and the qualifiers, of course, for this Champions League as well. But Hoffenheim have started this game pretty confidently. They're knocking the ball around pretty well. They did have that early chance as well from Bia as well, which maybe she could have done better with, actually. Some sloppy defensive play from Arsenal it was. And Hoffenheim now just knocking it around at the back. Look, I said they look pretty comfortable in possession, do the Germans, but they've just given the ball away there. It was Tobin Heath actually won it for Arsenal. She's now got the ball again over on that far side. Tobin Heath, she's got two defenders in front of her. Plays it inside to Jordan Nobbs. Is it going to fall to Kim Little? Not quite. It's a defender there, gets it away, and now Hoffenheim can maybe launch an attack of their own. Great play that was there from Katie McCabe. Stopping that attack, and now she plays it out to the far side to Tobin Heath. She's got Beth Mead just inside and Miedemeyer's at the far post. Heath cuts inside. She tried a shot. It was blocked by the German defence. It has gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Maybe just settling down a little bit now, Arsenal. We've looked dangerous on the counter-attack. As soon as there's a turnover in possession, we come forward. We're getting it forward quickly, putting the German defence under pressure. And while we haven't actually had a clear-cut opportunity yet, you can see there's going to be opportunities to come if this pattern of play continues. A throw there is taken by McCabe over on that far side. It's now inside the penalty area with Jordan Nobbs. She goes back to Kim Little now. Leah Williamson, very high up the pitch, chips it in towards the penalty area. It's headed out, but not very far, but almost comes to Miedemeyer. But in the end, the Germans do manage to scramble the ball clear, and now they can complete the clearance up towards halfway, but it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. Arsenal now do seem to have settled down. Nearly 6 minutes played. So it was a difficult start, and maybe we have that problem, it seems, in recent games where we've started quite slowly. It took us a while to get going, and then we have finally got into our stride. It's the same against Everton, wasn't it, at the weekend? Same against Aston Villa the week before, and of course against Barcelona last week. We never really got going, did we? Although that was more down to their performance, perhaps, than ours, I suppose. But anyway, it's actually a Hoffenheim throw over on that far side, about 10 yards inside the German half. but we'll see what this leads to. But Arsenal again have picked up the ball well in defence now. Williamson, she's got a little bit of time on the edge of the penalty area, plays it out to this near side, which has overhit that pass, and it goes between Maritz and Beth Mead, and it has gone out for a throw to Arsenal. It seems like we've actually shortened the pitch over on that near side. Seem to have moved the touchline in about 2 yards. Not quite sure if that's done on purpose for this game to maybe deny Hoffenheim some space out wide, but equally it's denying us space out wide as well, isn't it? But they are coming forward now down this near side. So it does look as though the pitch has been narrowed, and it's a good ball over the top actually to Bia, but she's offside. Good defensive line that was from Arsenal, and Bia just maybe made her move a little bit too early there, but it was a good line actually from the Arsenal defence. Stood together, and it was offside. But that's going to be a danger. We can't let her get in behind, because she is going to be dangerous when she gets the ball. Miedemeier now very deep, plays it back to Ruben Moy inside the Arsenal penalty area, plays it square to Leah Williamson. Falls back actually to Zinsberger, and it's back out again to Ruben Moy. It was her poor defensive header actually that led to that early chance for Bia that she put just wide of the post. And Hoffenheim have picked the ball up again in midfield. And Arsenal maybe haven't made a few sloppy passes actually at times in this game so far. Certainly in the defensive and midfield areas. We've looked very good going forward. It's just further back down the pitch we've maybe struggling a little bit at the moment. But anyway, it's a throw out to Hoffenheim in line with the Arsenal penalty area on the far side, which is their right. But I've managed to get that clear with Katie McCabe. She tried to find Beth Mead, but again, it was a Hoffenheim defender there, plays it into the box to Bia. Shot comes in from the edge of the box. It's just over the bar there. Good play that was actually from Hoffenheim, from the two strikers. It was Bia headed the ball, laid it off to De Cagny, and her first time shot there from about 20 yards, just over the top of the crossbar. Zinsberger was quite happy to let it go. I think she was pretty sure it was going over. And it is a goal kick to Arsenal, which Zinsberger is about to take. She goes short to Ruben Moy, brings the ball out of the penalty area into midfield to Kim Little. Tries to play it to Maritz, but again, it's a loose pass from Arsenal. I don't know if it's nerves or what it is, but we've made a few mistakes in the defensive third of the pitch, actually, in these opening 9 minutes of this game. Luckily, it is still 0-0. And Hoffenheim, apart from that one real opportunity that they had very early on with Bia, they've not really created anything. That shot just a moment ago was always going over the crossbar. But Arsenal have given the ball away a little bit easily at times so far. Certainly, I say in the midfield area. But Arsenal have now won a throw. Have they? Yes, they have on this near side. Hoffenheim thought it was their ball, but looking at that, it did look as though it had come off a German player, and it is going to be a throw to Arsenal, which Maritz takes on this near side on that shortened touchline. Ruben Moy now plays it square to Williamson, and then Ruben Moy gets it back again. Maybe Arsenal now trying to be a little bit more patient in the build-up. We just need to find our passes a bit better. Jordan Nobbs there picks that up, goes back to Williamson. Williamson then goes long over to the far side. That's a good ball to McCabe. She finds Heath. Heath tried to head it back into her path, but it's gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim. Arsenal just maybe need to try to get the ball down and keep possession for a little bit. We haven't had a lot of the ball really in this opening 10 minutes. So whether it's nerves or what, I'm not sure. But we're letting Hoffenheim dictate the play at the moment, and they're coming forward again, this time down the far side. But that ball's run out of play for a throw to Arsenal, which Katie McCabe is going to take. Throws it in field to Leah Williamson. The ball bounces around a little bit, but she does manage to get it under control, and now she can stride forward towards halfway. But she's held up actually quite well there by the Hoffenheim forward, but she finds Ruben Moy, who plays it in to midfield to Miedemeier, who's not very deep. Now Williamson again plays it to this near side to Maritz, plays that line to Beth Mead. Maritz has gone round her, but Mead instead comes back inside to Frida Manham. Scored that great goal against Everton. I'm sure she'll definitely want to have a shot if she gets the opportunity from the edge of the penalty area again. Now the ball's out over on that far side. Tobin Heath on the left. She's got McCabe in front of her. This could be a dangerous attack from Arsenal. And again, the feed has frozen, which is a little bit annoying. I'll just refresh that, and hopefully we can get the game back on again. Let's hope there's no advert this time. but there is. But it's only got 5 seconds to go, and then we will be back with you. Not quite sure what's going on with the stream, but anyway, let's hope we can get back into the action, and we are back on again. So nearly 12 minutes played now. It's still Arsenal 0, Hoffenheim 0 in this Champions League group game. It's going to be a goal kick to Hoffenheim. The goalkeeper's just gone and got the ball from Jordan Nobbs' effort, and Jordan Nobbs now is just getting her breath back in midfield. Only recently back from injury, of course. Left out of the England squad, which was a little bit disappointing, but she's not maybe played enough games yet this season, has she? I'm sure she'll be included in future squads over the next few months. Of course, Woober Moy, Williamson, Beth Mead, and Nikita Paris are, of course, all in that England squad for the games coming up over the next week or so. So there is obviously Arsenal interest there as usual. Frida Manham now plays the ball to the near side to Moritz. She's forced back again to Williamson. As expected, the Germans are very well organised, as German teams do tend to be. Woober Moy now plays the ball over to that far side to Tobin Heath, but it's too high. It's gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim over on that far side. And again, Arsenal's passing maybe isn't quite as crisp as it could be. And we're maybe giving possession away a little bit too cheaply at the moment. That was Woober Moy's pass, overhit slightly, but she does win her header there. Now Kim Little picks the ball up inside the centre circle for Arsenal. Williamson now striding forward. I think both teams know the importance of this game, or these two games against each other. They're going to decide, I think, who's going to finish second in this group. You'd imagine that we'll both get 6 points against Koga, and probably not very much against Barcelona as we didn't last week. Tobin Heath now down this near side, far side. She's done really well, kept that ball in. Can she get a cross in? Back heels it instead to Jordan Nobbs, who's managed to keep herself onside. Tobin Heath again. She's looked the most likely player at the moment. Katie McKay plays the ball fully. She's good stuff. It's Jordan Nobbs on the far side inside the penalty area. Tries to get it across the box, but instead it's blocked by a Hoffenheim defender. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. That was much better. Again, Tobin Heath was at the heart of that. Katie McKay with the ball through to Jordan Nobbs. And Arsenal have taken that corner quickly. It's come back to Katie McKay on that far side. That's a cross into the 6-yard box, looking for Woober Moy, but it was a defender again. Gets up. It's a shot there from Manham. I said she would have a shot if it came to her, and she did. That was from about 25 yards, and that went high over the crossbar, unfortunately, this time for Frida Manham. Trying to repeat the goal she scored against Everton at that end of the ground at the weekend. We've got Empress 29 in the chat there. Good evening, Richard. Good watch along. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's hope Arsenal can get a goal or two to give us the win that we need. But it's certainly been a very cagey opening 15 minutes or 14 and a half minutes that we've played. But Arsenal now getting a foot on the ball in midfield. Kim Little now plays it to this near side to Moritz. She's got Beth Mead outside her. Beth Mead on this near touchline running at the Hoffenheim defence. She goes past two defenders. Surely she was brought down right on the edge of the penalty area. She was. This is going to be a free kick to Arsenal in a dangerous position. Just outside the penalty area, just on this right-hand side. Beth Mead there, run at the two defenders. She was either going to be able to create an opportunity or she was going to get fouled. And in the end, she was fouled. It was Jewel Brand, who gave away the free kick. I say this is a dangerous position for Arsenal. McCabe and Heath are both over this ball, and Mead as well. It looks like McCabe maybe going to take it to her left foot. She can maybe have a shot from here. I say it's about 3 or 4 yards outside the penalty area, just on this right-hand side. It's sort of in line with the edge of the penalty area. I say about 3 or 4 yards just outside the penalty area. So the options here are put a ball into the edge of the 6-yard box for the players coming in, or Katie McCabe can see if she can get it over that wall with her left foot. We'll see what's going to happen here. It's going to be McCabe with this free kick. She does go for goal. She bends it in. The goalkeeper drops it, but catches it at the second attempt. As Woober Moy came in, I think Woober Moy accidentally caught her there in the follow-up. The goalkeeper is down, the Croatian goalkeeper for Hoffenheim, holding the side of her head. I think Woober Moy was entitled to go for that. It was a low free kick. She fumbled it at first. Woober Moy was there, and the goalkeeper more fell into the leg of Woober Moy than Woober Moy actually swinging at a accidental collision. But that was a good effort from Katie McCabe. She kept the free kick low. It went round the wall, was on target. And the goalkeeper maybe wasn't very comfortable with that and spilled it initially, but she did manage to grab it at the second attempt as Ruben Moy was waiting for what would have been a tap-in. She is now getting treatment down inside the 6-yard box. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. It was certainly an accidental collision. Ruben Moy wasn't intending to go in too hard on the goalkeeper. In fact, she almost pulled out of the challenge when she realised the goalkeeper had got the ball, but unfortunately there was contact, and she is now receiving treatment as the Arsenal players have gone over to the far side touchline to get a drink and a few instructions actually from Jonas, who was just having a word there with Jordan Nobbs. Maybe she needs to get on the ball a little bit more, Jordan Nobbs. She's looked dangerous when she's had the opportunity. The goalkeeper is now back on her feet again. Turakov. I think that's her name, Martina Turakov. But she's back on her feet again, and it's going to be a free kick to Hoffenheim. I say just inside the 6-yard box. Following that incident there, the free kick is taken short. Rajendra says, yeah, unfortunate just when Arsenal were getting their game together. Yeah, we just started to maybe look a little bit better. That's took a little bit of a sting out of it. But we have got a free kick now over on the far side, just inside the Hoffenheim half. That was taken quickly there by McCabe down the line. It found Miedemeier, who was very wide there. But the Hoffenheim defence have managed to scramble the ball away. But again, Arsenal have picked it up. We're starting to pick up the second balls now, which we wasn't doing earlier on in this game. And we've won the ball back again. This is a bit better from Arsenal now. We do seem to have settled down following a difficult start, or just a slow start. Maybe the nerves were there, because we know how important this game is tonight. So important that we can get the 3 points. Now Maritz on this near side finds Beth Mead, then gets it back again. Maritz, we need Beth Mead to be running at that defence again. It did lead to that free kick a few moments ago, which produced our first effort on target so far in this game. 18.5 minutes played at Meadow Park. Arsenal 0, Hoffenheim 0. This really big game in this Champions League group, which Arsenal really do need to win. Of course, Hoffenheim have got 3 points already following their victory over Koga last week. Now, Beth Mead, very central. She's got runners outside as she cuts inside. She's going to try a shot from the edge of the box. No, she plays it out instead to Tobin Heath. Is Tobin Heath going to shoot? She tries to get the ball back across. Maybe took a little bit too long there. And the Hoffenheim defence are able to scramble the ball clear. Maybe Beth Mead could have had a shot there. She cut inside, got in front of goal, in just outside the penalty area. It opened up briefly for her. Maybe she could have tried a shot, but instead she played it out to that far side to Tobin Heath. And it's a penalty to Arsenal. Arsenal have got a penalty. 20 minutes there. There's a mistake at the back. Beth Mead it was, got in behind the Hoffenheim defence. She's now going to get booked. It's Spetch is going to get booked there for Hoffenheim. It was just a mistake, really. The goalkeeper didn't really deal with the ball particularly well. It came back into the penalty area. Beth Mead had got the wrong side of the defender, and she brought her down. And it is a penalty to Arsenal. 19.5 minutes played. It was actually a throw to Arsenal. It bounced around in the penalty area, and the defender then went to clear the ball. Beth Mead got in front of her and looked as though she was clipped. It's going to be Kim Little with his penalty. It was maybe a little when you look at the replay, it was maybe a slightly fortunate penalty, actually. Slightly fortunate penalty, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be Kim Little now to hopefully give Arsenal the lead in this vital game. We've just reached the 20-minute mark. It's Kim Little against a Croatian goalkeeper for Hoffenheim. Of course, Kim Little's so deadly from the penalty spot usually, isn't she, the captain? This could be a 152nd goal for Arsenal. It's a big moment in this game, midway through this first half. Kim Little with the penalty. Can she stick it in the net past the goalkeeper? Come on, Kim, put it away. She sends the keeper the wrong way. It is 1-0. Fantastic penalty that was from Kim Little. She very rarely lets us down from the penalty spot, does she? And she took that one really coolly, slotted it away to the goalkeeper's left. The goalkeeper dived right. Arsenal are in front. And maybe not quite deserved, but we'll take it. Sent the keeper the wrong way. That's what you want to see. It was a slightly fortuitous penalty, actually. Probably, if we're totally honest, it probably was. But it doesn't matter. We'll take it all day long. It is 1-0. And we've had a few comments in there. Russ says, good evening, Richard. How you doing, Russ? Thanks for tuning up. You well? Rajendra says they're 1-0. And Gary says, yes, Arsenal. Rajendra, 1-0, 1-0 to the Arsenal. And Andy says it felt like one of those weird VAR pens. No, it was a strange penalty, actually. But obviously, we will take it. And, of course, we have got a little graphic for that as well. And it is 1-0 to the Arsenal, which is good to see, good to hear. Maybe a slightly fortuitous penalty. The defender there was literally just trying to clear the ball. Beth Mead got in front of her. She did clip her, and I suppose you could say it is a penalty. They're just showing a replay of it again. It bounced first of all. The defender there was just going to hook it clear. Beth Mead actually did get to the ball first, and she was caught as the defender went to clear the ball. So, I think it was a penalty, actually, looking at it again. Good decision that from the referee. Stephanie Frappart, of course, a very experienced referee, and I'll have to say she got that one right. And Arsenal do have the lead. I'd say maybe slightly fortuitous in a way, the way the ball bounced, but it was a penalty, and it's now a free kick to Arsenal as well. Makes up maybe for the referee that was really against us last week in Barcelona. Beth Mead still feeling the effects of that foul, actually, by the look of it. She's not moving maybe as freely as she was, but anyway, it is 1-0. Vital goal that from Kim Little. Another goal for her, of course. What's that, 5 or 6 this season? Is it 6 or 7 already this season for Kim Little as well? A few penalties in there as normal. Mistake there from Wilbur Moy, almost presented Hoffenheim with a chance there. Now Williamson can bring the ball out of defence. That's a good ball as well to Manham over on that far side. Hopefully the goal will really settle Arsenal down. Now, Miedema hasn't scored in the last 2 games, remember. In fact, the last 3 games. Aston Villa, Barcelona and Everton. Now Williamson coming forward again for Arsenal, deep inside the Hoffenheim half. That's a good ball to Miedema. Returns. Is she going to try for a shot? No, she goes to the far side to Tobin Heath. Tobin Heath tried to drill it across the penalty area, and again the cross lacks any sort of power and direction. Hoffenheim can clear that. It's a second cross in a row there that Heath's tried to drill low and hasn't really got hold of it at all. And another opportunity for Arsenal maybe goes begging, but it is a free kick to Arsenal, or is it a throw to Arsenal over on that far side? Manham went to take the free kick, but it's gone back. It is going to be a throw to Arsenal. Rajendra's back in the chat there. He says, Beth worked hard in the front and made the chances for Arsenal. And no, she has. I mean, she just got player of the month, didn't she, in the WSL? Fully deserved as well for some brilliant performances. And she was at the heart of that moment for that penalty as well, wasn't she? So brilliant stuff from Beth Mead again tonight. And she had that run just before, didn't she, when she won the free kick just on the edge of the box. So she's certainly causing Hoffenheim defence a lot of problems in this game so far, which is, of course, good to see. Now, Maritz has got the ball, quite a central position for her. Plays it again to Beth Mead on this near touchline. Plays it in to goal scorer Kim Little. That's a good ball, actually. She finds Jordan Nobbs and plays it on to Heath. Heath tried to play it through. Was that handball? She claimed it was. Can't see us getting another penalty just so soon after that last one, and it hasn't gone out for a throw to Arsenal instead. But that was good play that again by Arsenal. Beth Mead involved. She played it inside to Jordan Nobbs. Played it out to the left-hand side to Heath, and her cross struck the defender. It could have been her arm, but certainly it wasn't intentional. And that would definitely have been a soft penalty if that one had been given. But it wasn't. And it is still 1-0, and it's a throw over on the far side. Wilbur Moy again with maybe a loose pass. She's done 1 or 2. She's been a little bit sloppy actually in this game, Wilbur Moy, so far, which I'm sure she'll soon get herself back in the game again. Very great player that she is, of course, picked in the England squad as well for these games, as I said. And she did get, of course, an important goal at the weekend, didn't she, against Everton? So just a couple of little sloppy passes from her, that's all, in this first half. Williamson now plays it to Maritz. Again, Maritz is very central now, tucking in the fullback. Plays it again to Beth Mead right on this near touchline. Beth Mead, that's a good ball in towards the penalty area. And again, Hoffenheim don't really deal with it particularly well, although they have managed to get it clear now. And they can knock the ball around. But again, Beth Mead is trying to close down. And that time it was Kim Little, but it has gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim on this near side. Arsenal now working hard to close down Hoffenheim every time they get the ball. Almost 26 minutes played. It is Arsenal 1, Hoffenheim 0. It's been a difficult opening half for Arsenal, but we have managed to get the important lead with that penalty from Kim Little after Beth Mead was fouled by defender Michaela Speck, and that was after 20 minutes. It was a difficult 20 minutes it had been for Arsenal. As I say, Hoffenheim had quite a lot of the ball. They had a really early chance with Nicole Bia, who fired wide from close range, and they're coming forward again now. Hoffenheim on this near side. Oh, Moritz is beaten a little bit too easy there, but Bia didn't read the pass. It has gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. But that was a little bit better there from Hoffenheim. They haven't attacked much in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but they came forward well there. It was Brand there in midfield, and unfortunately for her, Bia didn't read that, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal, which Zinsberger has taken to Williamson. She plays up the line to Moritz. Moritz to control it down a little bit there. It just bounced off her, and now she's giving away a free kick, trying to win the ball back. A little bit sloppy that was there from Moritz, actually. Her first touch bounced off her, and the ball went to the Hoffenheim player, and then Moritz gave away the free kick. Hoffenheim have now taken that free kick. Beth Mead again is trying to close down the Hoffenheim defence, and they're forced backwards. Again, the ball's now gone out for a throw to Arsenal. That was from the pressure put on there by Beth Mead, high up the pitch. She's worked well in this game so far, Beth Mead. She's got the ball again. Just ran away from her that time. And Hoffenheim now get the ball back to the goalkeeper. Miedemar tries to close the goalkeeper down, but she couldn't block that pass. And now Hoffenheim can come forward down this near side, trying to launch an attack of their own. The Austrian fullback now for Hoffenheim plays it back inside and gets it back again on this left-hand side for Hoffenheim, the near side, as we look. So Hoffenheim attacking that goal to our left. Rajendra says there, better pressing. That's what Arsenal should have done with Barcelona. Yeah, I don't think we were able to get anywhere near Barcelona, were we? Anyway, it's a chance for Hoffenheim crossing to the box, but Zinsberger's there again. Safe hands from Zinsberger catching that cross. But yeah, we never got the chance to press Barcelona, did we? Because they were just too quick for us, too good. And it didn't work, did it? In the second half, it worked a little bit better, but even then, we were 3-0 down, and it was hard, wasn't it? But we need to put the Barcelona game behind us now, and the best way to do that is to get the 3 points in this game. And so far, so good in that respect. With that goal from Kim Little, the penalty after 20 minutes, put us 1-0 in front in this really, really important game. A win here tonight would really put us in a strong position, because we have got the 2 games coming up next against Coda. So we've got an opportunity there to win those 2, hopefully, before we play Barcelona again. And then, of course, Hoffenheim away in the last game, which is going to be maybe the crucial as far as Arsenal are concerned, if we're looking to get that second place in the table. Bearing in mind, Hoffenheim have got 2 games against Barcelona to come after this. So we could be 6 points above them, couldn't we, going into those last couple of games. So let's see what happens. But we need to win this game first. Let's not get too much ahead of ourselves. Jonas is now talking again to Jordan Nobbs over on that far side, because there is a slight injury there to one of the Hoffenheim players, who is now having to just go off, having got treatment on the pitch. Another Austrian, actually. They've got 3 or 4 Austrians in their squad tonight, the German team. And they have just restarted the game. Rajendra says they're learning to get better. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. That's what we need to do, don't we? And hopefully, if we can progress in this competition and get into the knockout stages, I think we'll need to be better, won't we? Because we're going to come up against some good teams. Maybe no one quite as good. Now there's a chance for Arsenal. Tobin Heath on the edge of the penalty area. She's got a chance here. Come across the goal. Oh, it would have been a chance there for Beth Mead. It was Miedemar over on the far side. She maybe could have had a shot there. Oh, I'm back there. My internet must have gone down. I do apologise. Having a few internet issues. It seems maybe it's my internet as opposed to YouTube. But anyway, Hoffenheim are now attacking themselves, looking for this equaliser. We will go back to that incident a minute ago with Heath, who found Miedemar when, as Rajendra says there, maybe she could have shot. Indeed, she could have done. And this is being shown today. Oh, right, yeah, about the improvements, yeah. But anyway, it's 3 minutes played. It is Arsenal 1, Hoffenheim there, as you can see. And this was, again, a terrible back pass, actually, from Hoffenheim there. Almost could have been an own goal. Instead, it's gone out for a corner to Arsenal on this near side, which I think Katie McCabe's going to come across and take. In fact, she is. It's a corner on this near side. So Katie McCabe, her left foot. Beth Mead's gone for a short option for her. Not sure if she's going to go short. There's players in the box. Woober, Moy, Williamson, McCabe, Miedemar, all in the penalty area, looking to attack this ball. She usually puts a good ball in, doesn't she, Katie McCabe? Over on that far, over the side. It's a good corner in towards the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper flaps it a little bit. It comes out towards Heath, is it? Shot comes in, but it's actually given us a free kick for a foul on the goalkeeper. It wouldn't have counted. It was blocked anyway. I think it was Tobin Heath's shot. And it was a foul in the end on the goalkeeper. A little bit protected, aren't they, goalkeepers, when it comes to situations like that from corners. I'm not sure if she was fouled, really, but anyway, it was a free kick. The shot from Tobin Heath was blocked anyway. But it was a dangerous corner from McCabe. You know she's going to put him in. She's got that quality, hasn't she? That was a great corner. Caused a lot of problems for the goalkeeper, and she maybe flapped at it a little bit. She couldn't get there at all. She flapped at it completely. It did come to Tobin Heath. The shot was blocked, but it's given us a foul. I'm not even sure if it was a foul, actually, but then we did get the penalty, so we can't really grumble too much with that, I suppose. But it is a free kick to Hoffenheim over on that far side, which Wien Rothner is going to take, the Austrian who was just injured a few moments ago. But again, Arsenal won the ball back well, pressing high up the pitch in midfield. Been a lot better. Even just before the goal, actually, we were starting to get a little bit more on top of the game, and we did get the breakthrough. And I say since then, I think we have been a better team. Well, Williamson there, the back pass was a little bit short, but Zinsberger was able to clear it, although not that far, and Manham's had to help the ball on. And now Maritz coming forward again. But again, our first touch maybe let her down a little bit, actually. And Hoffenheim have managed to get the ball back again. And they're back in possession now. Hoffenheim goes back to the goalkeeper just on the edge of our own penalty area. Beth Mead again puts pressure on the defender. Now Miedemar as well, but the goalkeeper this time goes longer into the centre circle. Williamson now wins that header. She doesn't lose many headers in that defensive area, does she, Leah Williamson? Rajendra says there, except Arsenal goalkeepers in the Premiership. Well, I don't know. We've got a decent goalkeeper at the moment in the Premiership, haven't we? Of course, Aaron Ramsdale been playing well, hasn't he? Let's hope that continues as well. But it's Hoffenheim currently in possession here at Meadow Park. Arsenal 1, Hoffenheim 0. 36.5 minutes played. Arsenal coming forward down that far side. The left, pick the ball up again in midfield. This is a good run from Manham. Oh, she almost threaded it through to Miedemar, who would have been in, but the ball was cut out. But Hoffenheim again are put under pressure high up the pitch, and Arsenal again win the ball back. Kim Little, Wilbermoy goes back to goalkeeper Zinsberger. That was almost an opportunity there for Miedemar. Nice little ball from Manham towards her, but the defender just managed to cut out. Or Miedemar would have been in one-on-one actually with the goalkeeper, which would have been, you would have put money on her scoring from that sort of position there. But unfortunately, she didn't quite get the opportunity. I say she hasn't scored for 3 games now, Vivian Miedemar. So she'll definitely be due a goal. So we'll see if that comes along later on in this game. And I think Arsenal will be a second goal as well. Although Hoffenheim haven't had too many opportunities in this first half. A 1-goal lead against anybody is certainly a risky lead, isn't it? And certainly against a team of this quality. Iwabuchi is actually warming up over on that far side as well. We might well see her in the second half. Oh, I get what James' point now. He says they're not protected by the ref like in the Brentford game. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Leno wasn't protected in that game, was he? But they generally are, aren't they? Protected perhaps a little bit too much sometimes. But Hoffenheim now have a throw over on that far side. The ball's played into midfield. And the shot comes in front distance, but it's going to be comfortable for Zinsberger. Long range effort that was there from Linder, the German midfield player there for Hoffenheim, but it was a comfortable save for Zinsberger. And Arsenal can now regain possession again with, of course, Arsenal's Austrian goalkeeper. Another Austrian, of course, playing in this game tonight. Williamson inside her own penalty area, almost gets herself in a muddle, but does well. Closed down. I know she does win a throw in there, but a little bit risky. That's with Bia closing her down. The last thing you want to do is give her any more opportunities. She did have that one very, very early in this game, which she wasn't able to take, thankfully. But Hoffenheim now back in possession. This is the longest spell of possession they've had actually since the very early stage of this game, when they did look in control. I say Arsenal have weathered that storm and have managed to get the lead, of course, with that Kim Little penalty midway through this first half. We are now into the last 6 minutes of the first half. It is still Arsenal 1, Hoffenheim 0. And with Zinsberger in the Arsenal goal. She's taking her time with the ball in her hand. She's going to kick it long. B is waiting for any slip up to maybe pounce, and she's urging the referee to tell Zinsberger to get on with it. She has now. She's gone short, and now she gets it back from Wubenmeyer, does a longer kick, but again, it's Hoffenheim who perhaps pick it up now. Back inside the penalty area, but Williamson's across. Does really well there, Leah Williamson. And she can play the ball up the line on that far side towards Tobin Heath, but it has gone out for a throw instead. But Hoffenheim again have got possession over on that far side, but they are forced backwards. It's now gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. We're into the last 5 minutes now of the first half. It is still Arsenal 1, Hoffenheim 0. That penalty from Kim Little, which was, I say, after 20 minutes. And Hoffenheim now trying to play the ball out from the back. That's just neat, actually, from them. They're still inside their own half. Now they've crossed over halfway, looking to come forward. Williamson there steps in really well, and now she can drive Arsenal forward through the middle. She's got Tobin Heath to the left-hand side. She just slips her in. Tobin Heath. Oh, the first touch let her down a little bit there. Perhaps wasn't the best ball from Williamson, actually, if we're totally honest. But anyway, Tobin Heath has still got the ball. She tries to drill it across, but it's into the arms of the goalkeeper. I don't think Arsenal really made the most of that opportunity there. Great work from Williamson. She steps in front of her forward, won the ball back for Arsenal, drove forward. She must have around 30, 40 yards with the ball, got to the edge of the Hoffenheim area. She had Tobin Heath and just a little bit of space out to her left. She did play the ball through to her, but I don't know if the ball maybe got caught in Tobin Heath's legs and she couldn't quite get it under her spell to have a shot. And in the end, when the cross came in, it ended up going straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. So, yeah, didn't really make the most of the opportunity. Rajendra says, yeah, she could have shot. Possibly, yeah. I'm not sure if her first touch deserved. There was a couple of times now Tobin Heath has been in a position to shoot and has elected not to shoot. But this was all about Leah Williamson. Brilliant defending, first of all. And then she just strode forward, made up a lot of ground. Tobin Heath was probably offside, actually. And for some reason, she knocked the ball behind her. And then I say the cross came in straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Gary says, yes, missed opportunity. Leah could have made pass earlier. No, I agree. She could have maybe just made it slightly earlier. I think she would. I think she was offside actually. Tobin Heath. I don't think it was given as offside. So perhaps the goal would have stood because, of course, there's no VAR as we know. But yeah, she maybe could have played the pass a bit earlier. And it was a bit of a wasted opportunity. But Miedemar now working hard to win the ball, and she's done well. Miedemar in midfield. Now she's striding forward over halfway. Again, she's got Tobin Heath free over on that left-hand side. Oh, the ball played through to her, was over hit. Another opportunity there for Arsenal on a counter-attack. Miedemar's pass there, she overhit that. It went through to the goalkeeper when she was trying to put Tobin Heath in between the centre-back and the full-back there, but overhit the pass. And another opportunity, or almost an opportunity for Arsenal. Just that final ball sometimes hasn't quite been good enough, has it, at times for Arsenal in this first half. But we have got the goal, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? Because vital that we do win this game, of course, as we know. But Hoffenheim now coming forward down that far side. This is good play actually from Hoffenheim now as they look to try to get an equaliser. They're still coming forward again. Hoffenheim, this is nice play actually. They've worked this well. But again, Arsenal just managed to get the ball clear today. Not very far though. Hoffenheim again has picked it up. Tobin Heath now has left the ball for Katie McCabe. Put under pressure there, McCabe, but she does well. And then switches it well here to Beth Mead, who's quite central. Now she's got a lot of space in front of her to run at. Can she create an opportunity? But no, she's held up and goes back instead to Williamson. Plays it back to Woober deep inside the Arsenal half. Goes over to the far side to Katie McCabe. Finds Jordan Nobbs. Switches the ball again to Williamson. Now can she bring it forward? Leah Williamson striding forward again with that long stride of hers. She's Beth Mead. Plays it forward to Kim Little on the edge of the penalty area. She falls back a little bit, Kim Little, but she does well, keeps possession. And then she finds Jordan Nobbs, maybe a little bit wider than she wanted it, but she's got Katie McCabe outside over on that far side. Katie McCabe now plays it back to Jordan Nobbs, plays it inside to Manham, then gets it back. Jordan Nobbs again. Now it's back inside the Arsenal half with Woober Moy. But Arsenal keeping possession well. We're into the last minute of the first half. Williamson there finds Miedemar again. She's quite deep. She finds Beth Mead. Miedemar gets it back now. Lovely play this from Miedemar on the edge of the penalty. She's going to get a shot away on the edge of the box. She's crowded out again by the German defence. And in the end, again, she tried to thread the ball through to Katie McCabe that time. But again, a German defender was there to clear it away. But a great run that was from Miedemar. She's really grown into this first half for Arsenal. Lovely bit of play there. Lovely turn on the edge of the box. Cut inside. Maybe she could have shot there with her left foot, but instead she tried to take it on a little bit further, and the pass again was cut out. But Arsenal finishing the first half on top now. Williamson plays it in to Frida Manham and gets it back. Williamson now she switches it over to that far side to Katie McCabe. She's got a little bit of space. Can she get a crossing? Her deliveries are generally quite good. There's going to be 2 minutes is there of stoppage time at the end of this first half. We're just going into that first minute of stoppage time now. Katie McCabe does get a crossing this time. There's no Arsenal player there, which was a shame because the German defender completely missed it. And Moritz has done well there, but it has gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim. Very defensive position for them. But Arsenal are finishing this half well on top now. Took a while to get going, as indeed we did at the weekend against Everton. But we do lead this game, and that is the main point of this. It's the most important thing, isn't it, that we get the 3 points. We picked the ball up again with Frida Manham to Jordan Nobbs to Williamson. Now it's just a matter of Arsenal maybe trying to make sure we don't do anything silly at the end of this first half. Obviously, getting a second goal would be lovely. Now, Miedemar, nice turn on the edge of the box. She finds Frida Manham. This time she plays it out to Katie McCabe over on that far side. She's got forward well again. That's a decent cross by Katie McCabe. Header comes. It's going to be a goal. It's 2-0. That's a fantastic goal. It's Tobin Heath with the goal. That's a brilliant goal from Arsenal. It was a cross from Katie McCabe. I think it was Beth Mead headed it back. And there was Tobin Heath with her first goal for Arsenal. That was a beautiful goal. There was a hint of offside about it. We'll have to see the replay. We don't care anyway because it's going to count. But let's have a look at this. The cross coming. It was actually Miedemar that headed it down. She wasn't offside at all. Fantastic goal. Cross from McCabe. Headed down by Miedemar. First time finish from Tobin Heath. That is an important goal that for Arsenal and a brilliant goal as well. Superbly taken. And it is 2-0. I will just update the score there. That was a fantastic goal. And it gives, I'll say Arsenal finishing that first half on top. And we have then got the reward for that as well. Heath took a shot and scored. Yeah, she's maybe refused to shoot a couple of times before that. And the half-time whistle has gone now. It is 2-0. And as Rajendra says, an excellent team goal. It was an excellent team goal. It was brilliant stuff there. We kept possession of the ball pretty well before that. The ball came out to Katie McCabe from Manham. She whipped across it. Miedemar headed it down, and Heath stroked the ball home from about 6 yards to make it 2-0. That, of course, followed Kim Little's penalty midway through that first half. It was Beth Mead who was fouled by defender Spetch. And it is Arsenal 2, Hoffenheim 0 at half-time. Really good first half that's been for Arsenal. With such an important game this is. And we are now well on our way to getting those 3 points that we so desperately needed. And the teams are going off now at half-time. But also a slow start to that game. It was tricky, wasn't it, for about for 15 minutes or so. Hoffenheim had that early chance, didn't they? Dangerous. Bia, we weathered that storm, and in the end, we've managed to get the 2 goals. That second goal in particular was a fantastic effort, wasn't it? And Andy in the chat there says, that's where you get of a player like Tobin in the big games. Exactly. I mean, she's played well, Tobin Heath. She just, a couple of times she could have shot and she tried to pass, it didn't work out. And then obviously she just had a shot then, which was brilliant. That was, yeah, fantastic. So, I mean, in the end, it's turned out to be a good half, hasn't it? A difficult opening period of that game where we looked nervous, I thought, and maybe playing within ourselves and wasn't quite working for us, was it, very well? But brilliant response after that. And actually, we've had 53% possession. We've had 4 attempts on target. They've only had 1, Hoffenheim, and that was a comfortable save, wasn't it, to do as well? We've had 2 corners. Hoffenheim haven't had any. So, you know, they've had more passes. Hoffenheim 240. Arsenal have had 235. And we've had 194 of those were completed, 199 for Hoffenheim. So it has been a fairly even first half, if we're totally honest. But ultimately, we have got the 2 goals, and that a little bit of quality at the end of the half was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Rajendra says there, Hoffenheim are a good team like Chelsea, but we are better, and we need to have confidence in our team ability. Yeah, I think we have been the better team in the end. I say it was a slow start, but yeah, we got there in the end. A good performance, and I say hopefully now we can push on from here and complete this victory. But it's not over yet. I think Hoffenheim are going to. I think that they'll show a little bit more attacking intent in the second half. They've been a little bit. They've been very well organised, but they haven't shown enough attacking threat, have they? And I think they may have been happy with a draw. And of course, now if they're going to get a draw, they're going to have to come out and open up a little bit, aren't they? Which, of course, will leave them open to the counter attack that we've had 1 or 2 already. Good moments that we haven't made the most of, and I'm sure if that continues, we will end up punishing them perhaps if that happens later on. But we'll see. But certainly the first half couldn't have gone any better, could it, in terms of the scoreline? So difficult period at the beginning, and that early chance from Nicole Bia maybe was the turning point, because if she'd put them ahead, it would have been a tough game, wouldn't it? But luckily she missed. We've got the 2 goals, and we are now, I wouldn't say completely in control. We're certainly in a good position, aren't we? So, yeah, please remember to, if you're new to the channel, you maybe haven't been here before, please subscribe. I do cover the Arsenal women as well as the men, obviously. I do the watch along to the games, and also as well we do stuff for the men's team as well. And we've got the Arsenal Women's Show tomorrow, which is going to be a good show. We'll be looking back on this game, looking back on the Everton game, a few other things to talk about. The international break, of course, the player and manager of the month that we won, and of course, the Miedemar possibly signing a new contract as well. So loads to talk about tomorrow. That's at 7:30 on the channel. That'll be a good show, and then we'll be building up after that towards the Crystal Palace game on Monday night. Patrick Vieira, of course, coming back to play against his old club, of course, that he had such a great career with back in the day. One of the greatest players ever to play in the Premier League, isn't he, Patrick Vieira? And he's doing a good job now, isn't he, Crystal Palace as manager as well. So that's good to see. But obviously, we're hoping that that we can beat him, of course, on Monday. But I'm hoping he does well, and possibly future Arsenal manager, isn't he, Patrick Vieira? But all that's going to come, of course, after we're done here and Hoffenheim, and after the women's show tomorrow. So we'll then be looking ahead at the weekend. I'll have a preview video of Crystal Palace game, and I will be looking to get a Crystal Palace fan on the channel as well, possibly Sunday evening, to maybe preview that game. So loads and loads coming up by the channel. So please consider subscribing, and please give it a like as well if you're enjoying the show, you're enjoying the coverage. please give it a like as well. That would be much appreciated. It does help the channel to grow. The good thing is, from your point of view as viewers of the channel, you can really help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. You just need to subscribe and to give it a like, and that really does help. So that would be great if you can do that as well. That'd be brilliant. So yeah, that's obviously at half time, 2-0 to Arsenal. We've got Jibs in the chat. He says we need more goals in the second half. More goals would be very nice. As long as we don't concede one, then I'll be reasonably happy. If it finishes 2-0, I won't have too many complaints, I've got to be honest. But yeah, some more goals would be nice, wouldn't it? We do this season when we've scored, we tend to score at least 3, don't we? In fact, the game against Barcelona last week's the only game this season that we haven't scored at least 3 goals in. So yeah, maybe we can get another one at least in the second half. Would be nice. But Hoffenheim, I'm sure they're going to come out as a little bit stronger in the second half. I'm sure they will. And we're going to have to manage the game well. I think that's important as well, isn't it? We don't just want to go all out to get more goals. We've got 8 goals. We know we've got a goal for it in us, and I'm sure we can get another one at least. But the important thing is that we keep this clean sheet and really manage the game in the second half properly. I wouldn't be surprised to see 1 or 2 substitutions quite early as well. We've got some good attacking players on the bench again, haven't we? Iwa Bocci, Nikita Paris, of course, Caitlin Ford as well. All players with goals in them, of course. They've all scored this season. Leah Walsh is back as well on the bench, having been, I'm sure she was carrying an injury. Her and Jem Beattie were out of the squad at the weekend, so it's good to see them back on the bench. We may well see Leah Walsh perhaps a bit later on in the game as well, but we'll wait and see. But I'll certainly be expecting a few substitutions at some point in the second half. Although, of course, we have got a 2-week break after this. The next game isn't until the 31st of October in the FA Cup, the semi-final against Brighton. That is going to be a cracking game, that. Brighton have had a good start to the season, haven't they? They've only lost 1 game. They did, of course, beat Tottenham last weekend, didn't they? Tottenham's first defeat as well. So they're going well, Brighton. Of course, they've got a great coach, as we know, in Hope Powell. So that's going to be a tough game. They're, of course, the only team to beat Chelsea last season as well, wasn't they? So, yeah, we know what we've got coming in that game. But I say we've got the international break first, and then we will be back with the FA Cup, of course, the semi-final after that. So I'm looking forward to that. Loads of big games for the Arsenal women this season. Of course, top of the WSL. Brilliant start to the season it's been. And you can see by the football that we've played in that first half there, it's going to be great, isn't it? If we can continue that throughout the season, you're just going to see that the possibilities are endless for this team. Rajandra says there, what time? The women's show tomorrow is 7:30, where we'll be talking about, looking back on the last week, of course, in the world of Arsenal women. 2 big games, and at the moment, it's looking like 2 big victories as well. So we'll be looking back on these games with a panel. It's a great panel on that show, I've got to be honest. I put this show together at the start of the season because I wanted to, I felt as though the Arsenal women deserved some regular content on the channel, apart from just the watch-alongs of the games. I put that show together, got a panel together, and it's been fantastic, actually. The guys on the panel are great. And tomorrow we've got Andreas, we've got Amar, and we've got Samantha as well. Will be our first time on the show, so that's going to be really good at 7:30. So make sure you tune in as well. And as I say, once we've got that show out of the way on Friday, we'll then be looking ahead to the Crystal Palace game. Rajendra there says the Brighton FA Cup game, I meant. It was unclear. I think the kickoff is 4:45. I did hear today it's a 4:45 kickoff, the Brighton game. I think it's going to be live on telly on the BBC. Obviously, I'll be covering the game on the channel as well. A really big game that is. I think the Chelsea Man City semi-final kicks off at 1:45, and then our game kicks off at 4:45. I think it's 4:45. I did read that somewhere. So yeah, if that'll be good, won't it? Looking forward to that game. It's going to be a big game, that as well. And then, of course, the final, should we get there, and I'm not taking that for granted at all, because you Brighton are capable of beating anybody, then their final will be on the 5th of December at Wembley, with, I believe that is a 2 o'clock kickoff. I think it's a 2 o'clock kickoff to final. I'm in the process currently of trying to arrange a ticket for that as well, because I want to go to that game, do a live vlog from Wembley for that one. So should we get there, but I say I'm not going to think about that yet, because you got to take one game at a time, and there's no way we should expect to beat Brighton. We're going to have to turn up on that day and play well. And if we play well, we'll have a great chance, because if we play well against anybody, we can beat them, I believe, because this is a very, very good Arsenal team with a very, very good Arsenal coach as well. And it's good to see, the impact that he's made already this season. Got manager of the month for September, fully deserves, of course, winning every game in the WSL in that month, and of course getting through to the FA Cup semi-final as well, fully deserving that accolade of manager of the month. And if things carry on, he might win 1 or 2 more this season as well, won't he, if we keep on winning. Rajendra says there, hopefully all our players come back fit for the internationals. Yeah, exactly. That's always a worry, isn't it, when you've got an international break before a big game? It's always a worry, isn't it, that you might get some injuries. Let's hope that everybody's going to be fine and it doesn't disrupt us too much. But we have got a good squad this season, haven't we? I think in previous years, when we've had 1 or 2 injuries, we've maybe struggled, haven't we, because we haven't had the depth. But this season, we certainly seem to have that depth, don't we? So let's hope that is going to be the case. But yeah, obviously we pray, don't we, every international break that the players come back fit and healthy, because the last thing that you want is obviously the players. We don't want to come back with too many injuries, do we? We want to make sure that everybody's fit and available for the big games. And every game is a big game at the minute, isn't it? When you're top of the league in the FA Cup semi-final, and also, of course, in the Champions League as well. And this could end up being a big week for Arsenal, couldn't it? The victory against Everton, that was a difficult game, actually, wasn't it? Everton played pretty well, I thought, on the day, and they did make it difficult for us, but we got the goals. And again tonight, Hoffenheim have made it difficult, and we found a way. And I think sometimes that's the sign of it is a sign of a great team, isn't it? When you find a way to win, even though sometimes the games aren't always going to plan. And it certainly wasn't earlier on today, and it certainly didn't for long spells against Everton. But that second goal there, I mean, Miedemar's header down there for Tobin Heath, that was just absolutely brilliant. And obviously a great finish as well from Tobin there. A lovely first time finish to give us that 2-0 lead, of course, following the penalty earlier on from Kim Little, which was a fantastic penalty, wasn't it, as well? But still, very very decent first half in the end that was for Arsenal. And we're getting ready now. The second half will be starting soon, won't it? Because it's it's just gone 9 o'clock here in the UK. Now, Hoffenheim are bringing on a substitute here. Actually, number 10, Gia Corley is coming on. She's a midfield player, German midfield player. So we'll have to see who's coming off. Actually, I'll let you know when I get that information. But it is Corley. Gia Corley's coming on for Hoffenheim. Obviously, looks like they are going to maybe change their system a little bit for this second half, as they are 2-0 down. And I think that's what they perhaps need to do, don't they, here? So we'll see who's going off and what difference it makes to the system that they're playing. She's an attacking player, Corley, the German. She's just getting stretched on the sideline, ready to come on for the second half, which is going to be good, I'm sure. But anyway, let's see who's gone off. And I don't think Arsenal are making any changes. The Hoffenheim team are out already, actually. And I think Arsenal are still waiting. But one of the Arsenal coaching staff actually is just chatting to the fourth official. I don't know whether or not he's saying that we're making a substitution as well. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, it is a substitution for Hoffenheim. It's actually number 6, De Cagnier, that's gone off. She didn't have much influence, did she? The forward there. And Gia Corley is coming on in her place. So they're perhaps not going to change the shape too much. I think she's an attacking midfield player, Corley, who can possibly play up front as well. Arsenal are out now for the second half. getting into a huddle as you would expect them to do, as they normally do. No substitutions for Arsenal for the start of the second half. Actually, there is one. Is there an Arsenal substitute coming on? No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Not yet. There is a little bit of activity on the bench, but it isn't a substitution as yet. Tobin Heath looks quite cold there. She got her sleeves over her hands. Maybe she should have just worn gloves. But anyway, it's going to be Arsenal to kick off this second half, attacking the goal to our left, which is the North Bank stand at Boreham Wood. And Miedemar takes the centre, plays it back to Frida Manham, and we're off and underway in the second half. Arsenal 2, Hoffenheim 0. There's 2 goals, Kim Little penalty, and Tobin Heath's first goal for Arsenal. And that was a great goal as well, which she certainly enjoyed, as we all did. And it is 2-0. And Rajendra says there, Heath needs gloves. Yeah, she does need gloves. I was just saying that. Yeah, she does need gloves, really. But anyway, she doesn't work. She's not wearing them. She's just got her sleeves pulled over her hands. But anyway, as long as she scores more goals in the second half, we don't really mind if she wears gloves or not. Hoffenheim now with their first real part of possession in the second half. We've only played 45 seconds. And Hoffenheim now trying to launch an attack down that far side, but Frida Manham breaks it up again. What a signing she's proved to be, actually. Frida Manham, Norwegian midfield player. She's just an all-action player, isn't she? She does brilliant defensive work, tackles well, but also as well she can go forward and score a goal. She scored in the last 2 games, of course, as we know. But she did just give the ball away there. Typical, just as you talk about how good a player is and what a great game they're having, they go and give the ball away. That's just typical, isn't it? But anyway, Hoffenheim have now got the ball in a fairly safe area for Arsenal inside their own half. And now they've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Of course, if Hoffenheim were to get a goal quite early in the second half, it would totally change the whole complexion of the game, wouldn't it? So Arsenal really do need to be switched on in these early stages of the second half. And so the longer it stays at 2-0, you would imagine that Hoffenheim are eventually going to have to commit a few more bodies forward, and we can hopefully then pick them off on a counter-attack and get another goal or 2 and seal the victory. Of course, another 2 goals would actually give us a plus goal difference in the group as well, wouldn't it? Not that really matters, I guess, at this point. We just need to get the 3 points and then win the next 2 games against Koga as well. And that will put us, as I say, in a very strong position. But Hoffenheim have got a chance wherever they know the ball comes through comfortably into the arms of Zinsberger, who hasn't as much to do this week as last week when she probably made 5 or 6 saves in that, and I say including that penalty save as well. So yeah, not quite the same, influence from Zinsberger this week. Thankfully, we don't want her to be busy at all, do we? I'm sure she's quite happy if she doesn't have anything to do. But that was a comfortable save there, a cross shot that was straight into her body. But Hoffenheim again have got possession now deep inside their own half. But Arsenal again are pressing quite high. Tobin Heath now is forcing the goalkeeper to make a decision. It wasn't a great pass, actually. Frida Manham almost picked it up. It fell to Woubenmoy. Miedemar almost got past the defender, but not quite. The ball didn't quite run for her. And it has now gone out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Katie McCabe then throws it up the line. That's a good ball to Miedemar. Still hasn't got that goal this year. It's been a while since she scored now. It's almost it's a goal drought, isn't it, for a player of her quality? But she is forced very wide on this near side. And it's gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim. Miedemar claiming it went off the defender. But it has been given as a throw to Hoffenheim in their defensive area of the pitch on this near side. But she was pushed quite wide then, Miedemar, when it looked as though initially she was in quite a good position, actually. But Arsenal have boxed them in. It's another throw to Hoffenheim again in their defensive area of the pitch on this near side. So on the new touchline that's been moved in a few metres, a couple of metres maybe there. And again, Hoffenheim trying to play it out from the back, and Arsenal pressing them high up the pitch. McCabe there puts pressure on the defender, gets a foot in, but the ball does break for Hoffenheim. And then this time it's Tobin Heath picks it up on his near side, puts a crossing towards the near post. The header comes in, does it from Beth Mead, just a little bit too high for her. She couldn't quite get on the end of it there. Beth Mead from Tobin Heath's cross. But again, it was just pressing the ball. Tobin Heath read that pass. She put the cross in there, looking for Beth Mead, just too high. If Beth Mead had got a head on that, that would have probably been 3-0. It would have been a free header from about 6 yards. It was just too high for her. She couldn't quite direct it into the goal. But again, it was good play from Tobin Heath out on his left-hand side for Arsenal. Great for her to get that first goal, isn't it? A relief. In fact, I think we might have moved the touchline in over on that far side as well, actually. I don't know whether it's the rules of the competition, maybe. I don't know whether the pitch was too wide and we had to move it in, I'm not sure. But anyway, or unless it was just a tactical thing to stop Hoffenheim getting the ball wide, which Andreas was saying in last week's women's show that that's what they do like to do. So maybe that was a tactic there. Rajendra says a good play. Yeah, it was good play there from Arsenal. Unfortunately, it didn't quite result in a goal. But Hoffenheim now coming forward themselves, a little bit of space perhaps on the edge of the area. Good play from Williamson again. Great tackle. What a consistent player Leah Williamson is. Of course, she may well be playing in midfield for England. And the shot comes in now from the substitute Corley, but it is straight at goalkeeper Zinsberger again. Comfortable save for Zinsberger. She's only had a couple of things to do tonight. She's done them all really competently. That was a substitute Corley there with the effort from the edge of the box, but it was straight into the arms of Zinsberger. And now Arsenal launching an attack down that far side with Beth Mead. She needs some support. She's got Jordan Nob penalty area. Jordan Nob tries a shot there. That's a great one. And it's over. Miedemar's going to score. It's 3-0. Miedemar forces the ball home from close range. After Jordan Nobbs' shot was saved by the goalkeeper, Miedemar almost looks embarrassed to be celebrating that goal, but she deserves it. She's played well, and you've got to be in those positions to finish them off. Jordan Nobbs' shot initially is a good save from the goalkeeper, but she could only push the ball up into the air. And Miedemar was on hand to force it home from about 2 yards. You won't get many easier goals than that. A good save actually by the goalkeeper initially, but Miedemar was where you want Miedemar to be, following it up. That was a good effort from Jordan Nobbs, a good save, and Miedemar bundles it home from virtually on the goal line. It needed pushing in because it wasn't going to go in. It's definitely Miedemar's goal, and I said she'd end up probably scoring because she hasn't scored a goal for the last 3 games, so she's got one now. It is 3-0, and surely now that's going to be 3 points for Arsenal in this group, which was much needed as well, of course. Gary says, goal for Viv. Yes, indeed. A great goal from Viv. Well, it wasn't a great goal as such from Viv. It was a great shot from Jordan Nobbs that perhaps deserved the goal, but you want Viv to be in there to finish him off, and she did. Rajendra says, UEFA require a certain distance from the crowd to the pitch. Oh, well, there you go. Which is nice, and he said 3-0 to the Arsenal. It is 3-0. Unfortunately, I don't have a little jingle for that one. I'll have to maybe make one up, won't I, if I can find a 3-0 to the Arsenal. But anyway, it is 3-0 again. And once again, we scored 3 goals. We're looking for more now with Jordan Nobbs, but that ball's just slightly overrun, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Hoffenheim. But another 3 goals for Arsenal. This team doesn't know how to stop scoring, does it, really? And there's still, 30, 35, 37, 38 minutes to play still. So plenty of time to get more goals. But let's just make sure that we want to keep another clean sheet, don't we? Because we've had a good run of clean sheets recently. And it'd be nice to keep another one. But now Hoffenheim do have a chance. But again, Williamson's there with a tackle. What a fantastic player Leah Williamson is. Has to be said. I'm sure she's going to take over as captain when Jordan Nobbs finally, when Kim Little finally does retire. Hopefully it'll be a few years off yet. Andy says there, that's what Jonas asked for, ugly goals, love it. No, indeed, exactly. They're not all going to be fantastic strikes from 30 yards, are they? Although Jordan Nobbs' original effort there was good, wasn't it? But that's where you want Viv to be, though. You want her to be following up those opportunities. And I say she might have looked a little bit embarrassed to have scored a goal like that, but they all count and they're all important, especially in this competition. And Hoffenheim now trying to find a way back into this game, but it's a long way back for them, isn't it? A 3-0 down. You'd imagine that we have got the 3 points now, but let's just make sure we manage the game. As I say, another clean sheet would be fantastic, wouldn't it? And would really lay down a marker to show exactly what we are this year. That's a good ball from Manham to Beth Mead. She's to Jordan Nobbs. Sorry, she's got support. She's got support here from Miedemar inside the penalty. She played it to the far post towards Tobin Heath. It's a little bit wide again. Maybe we were reluctant to shoot sometimes in good positions, but anyway, Beth Mead this time. That was a good run out from Jordan Nobbs from midfield, actually. Lovely ball from Manham to her originally. Manham again plays it into Katie McCabe now. Miedema on the edge of the box. Jordan Nobbs again, but she's overcrowded, on the edge of the box there, and Hoffenheim can get the ball back. You have to say Arsenal have gone about their business tonight in a very professional manner. It was a difficult start, but we settled down, and we've certainly done a really good job since then. Got 3 very different goals, a penalty, a really good team goal, and then a nice counter attack and a nice follow-up finish from Miedema as well. So yeah, it's been a good night, hasn't it, for Arsenal? And there's still, as I say, 35 minutes to play still, so plenty of time for some more goals. Not that we need any more goals in particular, but anyway. Hoffenheim currently have the ball in their own half defensively now. Play it to this near side. Maybe trying to see if they can try and find a way back, but it's definitely a long way back for them, as I said, in this game. And Arsenal now seem to be quite content to let Hoffenheim have the ball inside their own defensive third. The pressing suddenly drops off a little bit up the pitch, but we don't need to do it so much now, do we? Good game management that, and Woo and Moy there comes across to clear that danger as well. Gary says there, Richard, we always need more goals. Well, if we're looking at the men's team, we'd never be comfortable at 3-0, would we? But I think with this team, you do kind of get the impression that they're not going to surrender a lead as easily. And if anything, you'd imagine Arsenal will look more likely to score some more goals. But anyway, Hoffenheim are currently attacking down that far side. A rare attack for them in this game, certainly since the first 15 minutes or so, when they maybe were the better team at that point. But I say Arsenal have got going and have got a real firm grip on this game now. I think it's been a real professional performance, actually, after that shaky start. Now Arsenal coming forward again. Beth Mead tries to hold the ball up. And then she was fouled, was she? It's going to be another yellow card, is it? If this had been in Barcelona last week and it was us making them fouls, I'm sure we would have got a few yellow cards already. They've just got the one. Tobin Heath maybe pointing it out to the referee as well. Gary says there, we need more goals as it might matter because of Barca. I don't think this group's going to be decided on goal difference. And if it is, it may well be the goal difference between us and Hoffenheim. And what I've seen of tonight's game, you can't see Hoffenheim beating us by more than 3 goals over there. I think everybody's going to lose to Barcelona twice, aren't they? And it's just a matter of whether we can finish above Hoffenheim. So, and I think if enable us to do that, I say we needed to win this game. And then if we can get at least a point over there, then that should seal the job, because we should beat Koga twice, shouldn't we? Arsenal again pick the ball up. Miedema, that's a good ball actually towards Jordan Nobbs, but she's not going to get there. The defender came across, unfortunately, just overhit that pass slightly, Miedema, but it was a great bit of play again in a very deep position from Miedema, actually. Rajendra says, don't give the opposition a chance, as we do have the return leg in Germany, put the fear to opposition. No, exactly. I mean, a 3-0 victory in this game would be much more certainly than I expected. And yeah, you can't see how they would be able to beat us by more than 3 goals over. Not that away goals or anything like that count, really. It's not 2 league games, are they? It's a league. So as long as we win this game, we beat Koga twice, and then at least get a draw away in Hoffenheim. That should be enough. In fact, we may even be able to survive a very narrow defeat in Hoffenheim if we beat Koga by enough goals. We might get another goal here. Oh, Jordan Nobbs this time tried a similar shot to the previous one, but this time she didn't go with it at all, and it's just gently rolled through to the goalkeeper. But yeah, I mean, it's possible the group could be decided on goal between us and Hoffenheim, but we've just gained 3 goals on them here. So I think that puts us in a really strong position, doesn't it? But as long as we don't do anything stupid in these last half an hour of this game. But Hoffenheim are coming forward themselves now down this far side. Again, Williamson's there to cut out the danger. She is an absolute monster at the back, isn't she? Nothing gets past her very often. And then when she gets the ball at her feet and drives forward, it's an absolute joy to watch as well, isn't it? Gary says, if you can assume we'll beat Cobra twice, then I can assume we'll score at least once with over 30 minutes left at home. Yeah, well, we possibly can score again. I'm not saying we can't. I'm just, I'd be quite happy if it finishes 3-0. That would be a great result. Obviously, more goals would be great, but I think the important thing is that we don't give Hoffenheim a sniff here. We get the clean sheet, and if we can add a goal or two more, then we're absolutely happy days. That's a good ball down the line, actually, to Jordan Nobbs now, but maybe this is a chance for that fourth goal. Jordan Nobbs now just on the edge of the penalty on his side, flicks the ball through the defender's legs, looking for Miedemar, but the defender came across there and has cleared it away. The defender says there, why leave it to chance? Get as many goals as possible and build confidence v Barca. I mean, to be honest with you, yes, it'll be a different game against Barcelona at home. It definitely will. And obviously, we'd love to get a result against them. But I think it's the two results against Hoffenheim that's going to decide whether or not we get through this group. And we're getting the first half of that job done at the moment. And if we can get the second result in the away leg over there at the end of the group in December, then that's a free kick there from Frida Manham, and she's going to get a yellow card. That was a bit of a foul, actually, just pulling the player back who ran past her. It was Linder, actually. Soraya Linder run through midfield, and Manham wasn't going to catch her, so she just pulled her back, and she took a yellow card for the team. It's one of them, isn't it, where you take one for the team, and she did that then. And it is going to be a free kick. Oh, it's Williamson, actually, that was booked, was it? I thought it was Manham that committed the foul, but maybe it was Williamson. I mean, it's 45 yards from goal, so it's not immediate danger, is it? It would have to be a free kick kicked into the penalty area. They're not going to score from this far out, I wouldn't imagine. But we have got a two-player wall of Nobbs and can't see the other one is in the wall. Beth Mead, I think it might be. It is Beth Mead. Beth Mead and Jordan Nobbs in the wall. But I'm sure that the substitute Corley isn't going to shoot. She dinks it instead towards that far post, and it goes all the way through for a goal kick to Arsenal. There's a dangerous looking ball, actually, just for a moment there, but it came to nothing, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. But it's a decent ball out from the substitute Corley, who's actually made a difference for Hoffenheim, I think, in the second half. She's actually played well since she's come on. Had a couple of set pieces as well. But Arsenal now took that free kick quickly. Zinsberger to Wouben-Moy, plays it in to Manham, and now it's up this near side with Katie McCabe, which had nowhere to go really. She tried to thread it up the line to Tobin Heath, but it's gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim. We've won another throw now off Tobin Heath again. But Hoffenheim coming forward now. But again, Arsenal win the ball back. This time it was Beth Mead, but it had the loose balls falling again to a Hoffenheim player, but the shot comes in, it was blocked. But Hoffenheim do pick up the loose ball, and now they are coming forward themselves down that far side. So looking to try and get a goal back if they can. Cross comes into the box. Oh, it was a header there from about 6 yards. Headed wide. It was a header there from Linder. Made that run into the box from midfield. A cross fell to her on the edge of the 6 yard box, and she couldn't keep the header down. It was high and wide. And a rare opportunity for Hoffenheim in this game, actually. And Arsenal now, there's some activity down on the bench for Arsenal. I think it's Nikita Paris who's getting stripped ready to come on. Not sure who's going to come off, possibly Tobin Heath, who's not really hasn't played a full 90 minutes yet, has she? So I've got a feeling it might be Tobin Heath coming off for Nikita Paris. But Arsenal now in possession. Wouben-Moy plays it in to Jordan Nobbs, who turns away and gives it back to Wouben-Moy. Plays a long ball into midfield. That's a good ball actually to Kim Little. Now this could be an opportunity for Arsenal. Kim Little inside the centre circle. Plays it to this near side, but Katie McCabe slipped over and it has gone out for a throw. Rajendra says there, Nobbs looks injured. Oh, does she? I haven't really noticed that. Well, maybe Nobbs might go off then and Nikita Paris might come on. But the substitution is going to happen now any second. Nikita Paris is standing on the halfway line, stripped off, ready to come on. next time the ball goes out, I'm sure we'll see that substitution made. It has gone out now. In fact, it's going to be a free kick. I think Woober Moy there with a foul. And it is going to be the substitution now. And it is Beth Mead who's coming off. Beth Mead played well. Another good game from her, coming off for a rest after 65 minutes. Gets a good applause from the crowd, and rightly so. Another good game from September's Player of the Month, Beth Mead. And Nikita Paris, that's not a bad substitute, is it? When you're taking off a player like Beth Mead, you're bringing on Nikita Paris. What great squad depth that we've got at this moment in this team. Brilliant stuff. And Nikita Paris is now on for the last 25 minutes of this game. Can she make an impact, get a goal as well? We shall see. There was a free kick there from Hoffenheim, but it was cleared away from Miedemar. It has gone out for a throw to the Germans midway inside their own half on this near side, which is taken quickly. But Arsenal have got their shape back now. Nikita Paris' first involvement is to close down a Hoffenheim defender, but they do keep possession. It's now back with the goalkeeper. And again, Arsenal pressing. Nikita Paris just come on. Of course, she is playing over that right-hand side. Just a like-for-like swap with Beth Mead. I thought it might have been Tobin Heath actually going off, and maybe Beth Mead was going to come over to the left, but no. It is Beth Mead that's off, and Nikita Paris is on, and Tobin Heath is still there out on his left-hand side. And, of course, she did get her first goal, and she's been quite influential again in this game. Some lovely touches, some great balls into the box. Just maybe a slight reluctance to shoot, as we've said, which has maybe been a slight issue. But the sort of player that she is, isn't she? She's more of an assister than a goal scorer. But she has got her first goal tonight, which is great as well. And let's hope it's the first of many that we see from her in an Arsenal shirt. I'm sure it will be. Woober Moy now for Arsenal. Plays it to Jordan Nobbs on this near side. Flicks the ball into midfield to Manham towards Katie McKay. But again, Hoffenheim closed the ball down quite quickly, and it has gone out for a throw now to the Germans. Manham's now looking as though she may have a slight injury as well, which is a little bit of a concern. Although, of course, I say we don't have a game now for over 2 weeks, actually, until the Brighton game on the 31st of October. But now Hoffenheim are coming forward down that far side. They've got an opportunity to maybe get a goal back. Ball across the 6-yard box. Zinsberger's there again. She's certainly having a good season, isn't she, Zinsberger, in the WSL, but also in the Champions League as well. A great game she had last week in Barcelona. And, well, she's not been really tested that much tonight. What she's done well. Good hand in there again at the near post. That low cross. And, good goalkeeping again from Manu Zinsberger. So 67.5 minutes played. It is Arsenal 3, Hoffenheim 0. The goal scorers, in case you missed them, it was a Kim Little penalty after 21 minutes. It was Tobin Heath's first goal for Arsenal in the last minute of the first half. And then very early in the second half, it was a third goal. That was from Vivian Miedemar after Jordan Nobbs' shot was saved by the goalkeeper. So 3-0, 3 different goal scorers again. And Arsenal are looking well on the way to this important 3 points, of course, in this Champions League group game. Puts us back in a good position again in the group. We'll still be just behind Hoffenheim on goal difference at the moment, but I say we have got 2 games against Koga coming up, or Koba, while Hoffenheim have to play Barcelona twice. So it's certainly going to, second place at the moment, if it stays like this, is going to be in our hands, isn't it? So we just need to make sure that we don't do anything silly in these last 20 minutes or so and get this job done. It's with Zinsberger again. Plays it long to this near side, but it's going to go out for a throw to the Germans, which they take quickly on this near side. But Arsenal happy to sit back now, soak up the possession of the Germans, and then look for a counter-attack with, of course, the speed and quality that we've got, of course, in that final third, which has already brought us a lot of joy in this game, hasn't it? It's brought us 3 goals. Miedemar again shutting down the goalkeeper on the edge of the penalty area, but she manages to find a defender, and Hoffenheim can now build from the back. The ball's played through there, but Woober Moy is there. She certainly settled down, hasn't she, after So a bit of a shaky spell in that first half where she maybe gave the ball away a couple of times, a little bit sloppy with her passing, but she certainly improved since then and has had a decent game from that point onwards. She's now won a throw for Arsenal on the near side. Nikita Paris hasn't really had a chance to. I don't think she's touched the ball yet. Nikita Paris. She's closed down a couple of players, but she hasn't managed to get the ball at the moment. But anyway, we'll see what happens in these. I'll say final 20 minutes now. In fact, it is 20 minutes to play. 20 minutes of normal time is what's left of this game now. Probably a good time just to remind you the Arsenal Women's Show tomorrow, 7:30. Looking back on the last week, all things Arsenal women before we build up towards the Crystal Palace game. On Monday, we'll be doing some stuff on it over the weekend, looking ahead to that game. So if you haven't done, if you're new to the channel, maybe if you've just found us tonight, please consider subscribing. I say we do cover the Arsenal women, as you can see. Lots of stuff on the Arsenal women, actually. If you look through some of the stuff on the channel, you'll see how much coverage that we give to the women on this channel because we feel they deserve it as well. So this is one of the Arsenal channels, if you do like the Arsenal women, that you need to get subscribed to and keep tuning in on a regular basis because we do give them the coverage. Oh, that's a great save from Zinsberger. It actually would have been an own goal from Wuben Moy across from that right-hand side from Hoffenheim in towards the penalty area. Wuben Moy got there ahead of the striker, which he probably needed to do, actually, but it did cause Zinsberger one or two problems, but she good, strong right hand. It's behind for a corner. I think it's Hoffenheim's first corner, actually, over on that far side. But good save again from Zinsberger. She's certainly been fantastic, hasn't she, in this Champions League campaign so far. This comes a six ahead from Wuben Moy this time, and Tobin Heath then plays it out to Leah Williamson over on this near side. She does well, Williamson, and then plays a long ball forward, looking for the run of Miedemeier. But in the end, again, Hoffenheim have picked the ball up, and they're starting looking a little bit dangerous now. Hoffenheim, they've got the ball on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area again. They've got a player over here. Oh, a shot from the edge of the box, but she just slipped over as she hit it there, but it deflected. It is going to be a corner. That was the Austrian fullback there. I can't pronounce her name, I'm sorry. But number 9 for Hoffenheim with a shot there. She was just falling over there as she hit the ball, and it got deflected, and Zinsberger couldn't prevent it going out for a corner, which is now going to be taken over on that far side. Second corner in quick succession by Hoffenheim. A header comes in, a free header, but it's cleared off the line by Katie McCabe. Zinsberger was beaten there, but the referee has blown for a free kick to Arsenal. I think that was going in, that header, from about 5-6 yards there. Free header actually came in from number 22. It got deflected and off the line there from Katie McCabe. Keeps the clean sheet intact. And Arsenal preparing 2 more substitutes. Catley and Ford look as though they'll be coming on any second now. You'd assume it's going to be Miedemeier and possibly Manham, who was struggling with an injury a little bit earlier. I would imagine they'll be the 2 players to go off, but I will get you confirmation of that very soon when we see that happen. But it's going to happen any minute now. Manham there plays the ball back to Wuben Moy. Got a feeling it might be one of our last involvements in this game. Zinsberger there, who made a good save a moment ago and then was helped out by a defender, Katie McCabe. And now we are going to get the 2 substitutes. Miedemeier's already coming across to this near side to be replaced by Caitlin Ford. Miedemeier with her goal, of course, tonight. Good performance again from her. She seems to be struggling maybe with a little bit of a cold. And I think that might be why she's gone off. But she got her goal tonight, which is good to see. And it is Caitlin Ford coming on for her. And it is going to be... Oh, it's actually Tobin Heath going off for Leah Walty. So maybe a slight change of shape to the team. Maybe Jordan Nobbs might go over to that left-hand side. And Leah Walty will come in midfield. Of course, Heath got her goal as well. And an opportunity to... Oh, it's Catley, sorry, it's come on. Yeah, so I'm assuming Catley might drop in at left. Katie McCabe will go into Tobin Heath's position. And yeah, Caitlin Ford will be through the middle, replacing Miedemeier. But now it's an opportunity now for Hoffenheim. I'm sure that'll be a goal. Another good save from Zinsberger. It's a clear opportunity that was there. Another good save again from Zinsberger. That's 2 good saves she's made in the second half. She's having a great time at the minute, isn't she? That's a brilliant save, actually, to be fair. Really, really good save. One-on-one there. It was number 26. Got in there for Wolfsburg. They're still coming forward now. Shot on a turn. This time it's Wubenmoy in the way. In fact, I think it was Lynn there with that shot for Hoffenheim. But Arsenal still can't get the ball away. Actually, it's over on that far side inside the penalty area. It's still in possession. There's in Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim, sorry. The ball then played into the box there. It's come over to the far side. That was handball. Surely it's handball. It's been given as handball as well. And it has gone over. The shot was over the top anyway, but it was handball there as the ball came through. It bounced in front of her. And actually, it might have been off the bottom of her shoulder, actually. It's just up here. So maybe it wasn't handball. But anyway, it was given as handball. This was the opportunity just before. In fact, it wasn't. It was number 29, Brand, who had that effort. And a great save from Dinsberger. But it's a couple of opportunities now Hoffenheim have had in the last 10 minutes or so. Arsenal just need to tighten up a little bit here. What we don't want to do is we don't want to give them a way back into this game, do we? Or even reduce the goal difference by any more. But Arsenal now coming forward themselves. Caitlin Ford, their first opportunity there, but she was crowded out there by two defenders. And Katie McCabe now, who's obviously playing further up the pitch with Steph Catley on at left back. Manham there tried to play the ball forward, but it was won by a Hoffenheim defender. But Nikita Paris picks up that loose ball. She plays it in to McCabe. She plays it back to Jordan Nobbs. Nice play. She's got Catley now running outside her. Steph Catley plays it back to Jordan Nobbs on the edge of the penalty area. Jordan Nobbs plays it through to McCabe. Arsenal keeping possession here with Manham. Now Jordan Nobbs again plays it out to the far side to Moritz. Now can also get the ball into the box. They can. This is a good run actually from Caitlin Ford, but she was held up there by the defender. Powerful run that was there from the Australian substitute who's just come on. But in the end, the defender came out on top of that. But Williamson now plays the ball across to Wubenmoy. Arsenal have kept possession from that previous attack. Now long ball played over towards that far side towards Moritz. It's gone out for an Arsenal throw. And these are going to be a substitute now for Hoffenheim. In fact, they're making three substitutes now, Hoffenheim. It's going to be Linders going off. And it's going to be Steiner that's coming on. And there's going to be two more changes as well. This is going to be number 16 coming off. The Bia, of course, Nicole Bia wasn't her night tonight, of course, having missed that earlier opportunity. And she is going to be replaced by Harsh. And Limerstol as well has come on. And I'm not sure who else has gone off actually for Hoffenheim. But anyway, they've just made three substitutions there. It was Dongas that's gone off for Limerstol, who's a striker. So I'm assuming she's come on for Bia. And Hirsch, a midfield player, has come on for Dongas. Hoffenheim now made four of their changes now, looking to... Actually, no, they made all five, haven't they? Because they made a sub at half time. But Arsenal now coming forward. Nikita Paris now is playing down this left-hand side. She's going to keep this ball in. She does well. Flicks it onto Steph Catley, one of Arsenal's substitutes there, combining with the other one. Now Jordan Nobbs plays it back to Manham, who plays it to Wubenmoy and to Williams. And Arsenal just keeping comfortable possession, just wanting to keep the ball, not do anything silly. Wubenmoy there plays it forward to Nobbs, to Catley now on this near touchline. Jordan Nobbs now plays it back to Wubenmoy into Williamson. Arsenal now in total control of this game. Played it into midfield there now. Manham, that's a good ball, is it? Almost looked for McCabe there, but the defender got there first, and then it's a foul, is it? By Moritz, who protests her innocence there. But it is given as a free kick to Hoffenheim, and maybe there's going to be some treatment needed as well for Brand there, who's gone down over on that far side. And Jonas is just applauding that bit of play there from Arsenal. Good possession there. And Manham's come over to the near side to get a drink, get some encouragement from the manager there. But this was a good run out just before from, well, there was a foul there just before actually. And then Caitlin Ford burst into the box but was then dispossessed. But there was a foul, it looked like on the edge of the box there in the build up to that. It was a substitute Corley on Maritz, which the official didn't see. And then Maritz ends up giving away a free kick just a few moments later, which the referee did see, which is how it goes, I guess, isn't it? But anyway, let's not worry too much about that. There is some treatment currently going on for Jewel Brand currently on the pitch there following that foul by Maritz. Well, it was given as a foul by Maritz. It's probably injuries made it look worse than perhaps what it is or what it was. But anyway, we are now into the final 10 minutes of this game. Important game. It does look as though Arsenal have got the 3 points, the vital 3 points as well that we needed tonight from this game. Whatever else we needed to do, we needed to win this game, and we looks like we've done that now. It's going to take some sort of catastrophe now, isn't it, for Arsenal not to get the 3 points here tonight. And he just picked the ball up again. Manham is now to Caitlin Ford inside the area. She finds Katie McCabe. Nice feet there from McCabe. Played it out to this near side. Jordan Nobbs now thinks the ball into the penalty area was deflected. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. I say we're moving into the last 9 minutes now. As Jordan Nobbs' cross there took a deflection, and it has gone out for a corner to Arsenal over on the far side, which I think Katie McCabe will take. Leah Williamson and Woober Moy both coming up. They both scored recently as well, haven't they? Williamson, of course, scored against Man City, and Woober Moy scored on Sunday against Everton. They'll both be looking for more goals, won't they, from this set piece. You know that McCabe's going to deliver a good ball with that trusty left foot of hers from over on that far side. Now, can we get a fourth goal here to put a seal on this victory? That's another good corner to 6-yard box. It's a Hoffenheim head, falls to Williamson. That's a nice touch to Paris inside the area. Tries to give it back to Williamson, but Williamson couldn't quite get it under control. It was quite well struck at her, actually. And a Hoffenheim counter-attack is prevented there by Frida Manham doing her defensive duties as well, which she does so well. And I say she's probably been the new signing that's perhaps impressed me the most. I suppose, although you can't really argue with what Tobin he's been doing. She's been amazing, hasn't she, as well? And finally got her first goal tonight, which was a great goal as well. Arsenal now in possession over on the far side. Kim Little there plays it in midfield to Manham, but that ball there was cut out, and Hoffenheim now have put it out over on the far side for a throw to Arsenal. It's moving to the final 7.5 minutes of normal time. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time. There's been 1 or 2 injuries in the second half, hasn't there? That one just briefly to Jewel Brand just a moment ago for Hoffenheim. Woober Moy now with that long ball forward. It's a great long ball actually to Steph Catley down his left hand side. She pulls the ball across the box. Oh, we're going to get the goal. Oh, it's just ahead of both Paris and McCabe, but McCabe's picked it up over on the far side. She finds Kim Little just inside the penalty over on that far side. McCabe's got it again, swings it with her left foot into towards the 6-yard box, headed away by a Hoffenheim defender, and they can now complete the clearance, but only to Woober Moy just outside the centre circle. Manham now comes forward. She's going to strike again. She plays it out to this near side. That's a good ball, actually. It's Caitlin Ford, who's quite wide over on this left-hand side. Plays the ball back in to Manham again. Finds Jordan Nobbs. Gets it back off Kim Little. Hoffenheim just forces back a little bit there, but Kim Little does well. Keeps possession, finds Woober Moy. And that's a nice little ball into Manham in midfield. Good ball into Nikita Paris. Arsenal popping the ball down really confidently now. Steph Catley on this near side. Gets it back from Paris. Catley now, she's got Ford outside, and the ball is a little bit short. And Hoffenheim defender came across, but it's going to be a throw to Arsenal down by the corner flag on this near side. And it's going to be Iribuchi time. She's going to be coming on now for Jordan Nobbs for these last 6 minutes. Jordan Nobbs had a good game as well. It was her effort, of course, that led to the third goal. Produced a good save. Good performance that from Jordan Nobbs tonight. Good to see her back fit again, but it's going to be Iwabuchi coming on. The little Japanese, fantastic little player that she is. Let's see if she can get herself a goal as well. scored a fantastic goal at Aston Villa, didn't she, in the WSL? Couple of in that brilliant 4-0 victory. Of course, it was her introduction at half time that turned that game, isn't it, after a difficult first half for Arsenal. But Arsenal won the ball back again inside the penalty area. Now Iwabuchi's first involvement here on this left-hand side. It's a lovely ball to Katie McCabe. Can she get across it all? She's just held up by the defender, but it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Iwabuchi straight away there into the action. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal over on this near side, the left-hand side. Katie McCabe got into the penalty. It was a good actually, and Arsenal will take that corner, I'm sure. It's going to be Katie McCabe again with the set-piece delivery, this time from the near side in towards the near post. Header comes in. That's a great goal. It is Williamson again. Attack the near post. I said she was looking for more goals, and she's got one. That was a brilliant finish as well. It was McCabe's corner in at the near post. And a great header there from Leah Williamson. A great run in at the near post. A lovely header. And it is 4-0. She's deserved that goal as well, Williamson, tonight. She's been brilliant defensively. And she just attacked that ball at the near post. And she did the same celebration that she did when McCabe scored, of course. That goal at Aston Villa. Which a second goal already. She doesn't normally get more than 1 or 2 a season. She's already got 2 this season, so could be a few more from her. And Gary said they had to step away, came back, and a 4th goal was scored. I think you've done that before, haven't you, Gary? You seem to disappear when we score. And Regenda there says 4-0 to the Arsenal. Indeed, it is. Hoffenheim there looking for a consolation, but again, Arsenal have broken up that attack and now can come forward. Caitlin Ford's turned. She's got Nikita Paris outside if she needs her. She's found Nikita Paris now. Nikita Paris inside the penalty. Can Paris get a goal herself? And it's across the face of the goal. Almost 5. She maybe should have finished that there, Paris. Caitlin Ford did really well initially, just in the centre circle. Paris made the run outside her. Lovely ball slipped to her. Good first touch from Nikita Paris. Got inside the penalty area. Beat the keeper, but it was just past the far post. That would have been a lovely counter-attacking goal. That would have been there from Arsenal. Nikita Paris there, good run into the box. He wasn't going to be caught just past that far post. In fact, it's gone out for a corner. If it was saved it or if it was deflected. But anyway, it is an Arsenal corner. Can we get another goal from this corner? We did score from the last one, of course. This one's gone short. Iwabuchi and McCabe didn't really make the best of that corner, actually. Maybe Kate McCabe should have just drilled it in again like the previous one, which led to the 4th goal. But it's going to be a throw instead, which Caitlin Ford's come across. Now, Kim Little, but she's held it up briefly and wins the ball there, but it has gone out for a throw to Hoffenheim. And Regenda says it's saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, was it saved? Well, if it was a save, it was a good save, actually. It looked like it had beaten her. She may have just got, she must have fingertips to it because it did go out for a corner. But that would have been an opportunity there. Oh, the ball there was about to go out for a throw to Arsenal. They hit the corner flag, and then that surely was a foul on Nikita Paris, who seems to be laughing about it. Was it given by the referee? If it is, it's almost like a corner because it's right down by the corner flag. But it may just be a throw-in, actually. It looked like a push in the back, actually, on Paris, but it is just given as a throw-in to Arsenal, which Catley takes right on that, I say, just by the corner flag. Now, Iwabuchi pushed off the ball, but she wins it back well, actually. Now already for a goal kick to Hoffenheim. We're in the last 95 seconds of this game of normal time. Arsenal 4, Hoffenheim 0. It's been a good evening for Arsenal in the Champions League. And it does actually put us as a plus goal difference in the group as well, which is nice. In fact, we've got the same goal difference as Hoffenheim, haven't we? Because they have scored 5 and let in 4, and we've scored 5 and let in 4. So we're actually dead level with Hoffenheim. So that 4th goal actually may have been quite important, but we may even get more here. Caitlin Ford tried to put it through to Katie McCabe, who's obviously in great goal scoring form herself. She scored in the last 3 WSL games, of course. Now it's Iwabuchi. Plays it in to McCabe. She lays it off to Ruben Moy, who's made a run forward, actually, unusually for her. She's dangerous from set pieces. She doesn't normally get forward that much in open play, does she? But she made a run there. But now she's gone back into her usual position as centre-back. And she finds Leah Williamson, who, of course, scored that 4th goal. Brilliant header that was. And now Arsenal coming forward again down the far side with Marit. She finds Kim Little. She's got support here. She's got Iwabochi. Can she get it out of her feet? She can, but she can only find Kim Little now. She's played it out to Nikita Paris on that far side. Nikita Paris now. She's going to go past the defender. She plays it in towards Maritz there, but the defender comes across. It's going to be another corner there to Arsenal. Paris and tried to play Maritz down that far side inside the penalty area, but the defender came across. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, which again Katie McCabe is going to take from that far side, whipping it with her left foot. Of course, the last corner she took from the other side, or the last corner that she put into the box, of course, it was a short corner after that, was headed in by Williamson, who is up again for this corner, along with Ruben Moy. The corner comes in again into the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper drops it. It's bobbling around in the 6-yard box, but she's grabbed it at the second attempt. I don't think that one would have been given as a foul that time either. That would have probably counted as a goal. Iwabochi there makes a defensive tackle, but the ball does break for Hoffenheim. They're in behind. Are they going to get a goal back here? Brilliant defensive work there from Kim Little. She chased all the way back. Denied the shot there by the Hoffenheim player. What work rate that was from Kim Little. The Hoffenheim player on the floor refused the hand of Kim Little to help her back to her feet. Brilliant defending that was then. Fantastic play. She didn't actually get the ball in the end, but the pressure that she put on that Hoffenheim player was enough to prevent the goal. But now Arsenal played it out from the back and can come forward themselves looking for a goal. This is Kim Little again. She's a little bundle of energy, isn't she? Never stops running. Nikita Paris now on that far side, just inside the penalty. Goes past the defender. Can she put it back? She can, but the defender's there. Another defender, and it has gone out for another corner to Arsenal. This is impressive stuff, this now from Arsenal. We're into the first minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. Certainly, Arsenal have just dominated this last 25 minutes or so. It's been a good performance. Another substitution for Hoffenheim. Degen is coming on. Kalina Degen, and she's replaced Chantel Hagel for this stoppage time. It's another corner to Arsenal, which again Kate McCabe's going to take from that far side. Can we get a fifth goal, which would actually give us the advantage on goal difference and put us in second place? It's a good corner again, but again it's Hoffenheim ahead, this time inside the 6-yard box, heads it away. Another good delivery that was though from McCabe. Maritz picks it up. Can McCabe keep it in? No, she can't. It's going to be a throw to Hoffenheim over on that far side. Got 2 minutes of stoppage time left here. Obviously, Arsenal won this game, and a big, important victory it's been as well. And I say it does actually put us level with Hoffenheim in second place. I say we've got the 2 games against COVID to come as well. But can Hoffenheim get a goal back here in the final seconds of this game? No. Good defending again from Leah Williamson. She's certainly got to be in the running for player of the match for me tonight. Brilliant defensively when she's had to be, and a fantastic goal as well. She's certainly been up there with one of the top performers for Arsenal again in this game. Kim Little as well did a great game. I mean, nobody's played poorly for Arsenal, which is why we're about to win this game comfortably against this good German side. Let's be clear, they are a good German side. But this has been an impressive performance from Arsenal. Another great ball from Williamson to Catley. She's got Paris ahead of her. Can Paris get on the end of this ball? She can. She worked hard there to beat the defender. Brilliant play there from Nikita Paris. She finds Catley again. Catley now getting inside the penalty area, cuts inside. Maybe does a little bit too much. And giving away a free kick as we go down into the last minute of stoppage time at the end of this game. It's been a brilliant finish to Arsenal. Have finished much stronger, much fitter. And have, after, I say, a fairly shaky start, fully deserved this victory tonight. 4-0. It could have been more goals as well in the end. We've had 1 or 2 other chances that we haven't made the most of. Hoffenheim now knocking it back to the goalkeeper into the last 30 seconds. Caitlin Fulden challenged the goalkeeper, but she did well. And Hoffenheim can now bring the ball forward. But again, Arsenal pick up a midfield with Kim Little. Now it's Frida Manham. Arsenal going to get one more opportunity. Nikita Paris, she'd love a goal, having missed that earlier chance. Nikita Paris inside the penalty area. She's just had it taken off her foot there, and Catley now wins it back. Frida Manham plays it into Iwabochi. Can she get the goal on the edge of the penalty area? She tried to thread it through to Ford, but in the end, Hoffenheim do get the ball away. And we have played the 4 minutes now as Hoffenheim look for a counter-attack. We don't want them to get a goal in these last few seconds. The referee's just checked her watch again, but still Hoffenheim come forward into the penalty area, but Wilben was going to tidy that up. And you'd imagine that as soon as Arsenal clear this ball away, the full-time whistle will go. It's back with Zinsberger. Zinsberger goes long, kicks it out for a throw on this near side. Surely that's it. We've played 4.5 minutes. And there goes the full-time whistle. Great performance from the Arsenal women in this game. Massive, big game it was for Arsenal as well. We've got the victory and done it in the end in great style as well. It looked like it was going to be a tough game for the first 10, 15 minutes or so. Hoffenheim started well. We looked very nervous, actually, whether that was fallout from last week's game against Barcelona. But in the end, Arsenal turned the screw, got the victory. We'll maybe give a little bit of a helping hand for the first goal. It was a slightly fortuitous penalty, actually. The ball bounced in the penalty area as Beth Mead was trying to get it under control. The defender came across. It was Spetch. She tried to clear it, but as she cleared it, she caught Beth Mead, who had sneaked in on the blind side. Kim Little tucked away the penalty, sent the keeper the wrong way. That was after 21 minutes. Up until then, we'd struggled a little bit to get in the game, actually. It was the Hoffenheim top scorer, Nicole Beer, who'd had a good opportunity early on. But once the penalty went in, we settled down, started to dominate that game, play some great football. We got a second goal just before half-time, a fantastic goal it was as well. It was a cross from Katie McKay from that left-hand side. Miedemeier headed it down, and Tobin, he finished first time from about 6 yards, first Arsenal goal. In the second half, we got the third goal very early on. Again, it was nice team play. In the end, it was a shot from Jordan Nobbs. It's a good save, actually, by the goalkeeper for Hoffenheim. But there was Viv Miedemeier, as you'd expect, finishing it off from about a yard away off her thigh, just forced it over the line. And then Arsenal could have scored a few more at the end and finished the game really, really strongly. We did get a fourth goal near the end. It was Katie McCabe's corner from the left-hand side, in at the near post. It's a good header from Leah Williamson, completed the scoring. So it's final score here at Meadow Park tonight. Arsenal women 4, Hoffenheim Frauen 0. Brilliant performance that was. Regina there says excellent game. It was an excellent game from Arsenal in the end. We did, funny enough, Hoffenheim had 12 attempts, but only 3 on target. We had 11, 8 on target. I think that shows our dominance there. We had 513 passes to their 499, 52% possession to Arsenal, 48 to Hoffenheim. So, it's maybe a little bit more even in terms of possession than the final score suggests, but that doesn't matter. As Regina says there, come on, you Gunners, indeed. A good victory tonight, actually, an important victory. Arsenal 4, Hoffenheim 0. Puts us joint second in the group behind, or level with Hoffenheim, of course, behind Barcelona, who've got 6 points. Us and Hoffenheim have both got 3. And, of course, I say we've got 2 games against Code, the Danish team, who we would expect to beat them home and away, which is going to put us in a great position in this group. They're just showing the goals again. Toby Leaf's goal was a brilliant goal, brilliantly worked goal, and in the end, a brilliant cross. And then they're showing Miedemeier's a scrambled effort there, a great shot from Jordan Nobbs, and then, of course, the brilliant header at the end there from Leah Williamson at the near post. Fantastic goal to finish it all off. Arsenal 4, Hoffenheim 0. Fantastic stuff. And so it puts Arsenal in a great position now in this group following last week's disappointing result in Barcelona. So good way to bounce back, wasn't it? A good night as well. Just to remind you, if you have been new here tonight, it's your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. We do cover the Arsenal women, of course, and of course the Arsenal men as well. It's the Arsenal women show tomorrow night, 7:30. Got a great panel. Andreas, Amar, and Samantha will be joining me for that. We'll be looking back on this game, looking back on the Everton game, looking ahead to the international break, talking about player of the month, manager of the month that we won this week, and also as well, of course, me and my potential new contract as well for Viv. So loads to that tomorrow. That's 7:30 on the channel. So please tune in for that. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I say give it a like as well before you leave the show. So thank you for watching. Thanks to all you guys in the chat. Rajandra, as always, always good to see you in the chat. Thanks for your support of the channel. Gary as well. Andy as well. Thanks for subscribing, Andy. I noticed you subscribed tonight. Thank you very much for that. Hope you keep enjoying the channel. Jibs was in the chat earlier as well, and a few others. So yeah, thanks for all your comments. And we had Russ as well, was in before. Great to see you. Empress 29 as well. Matt, of course, as well, from the Arsenal Women's Show. Mark was in the chat. Loads of people tonight. It's been brilliant. It's been a lively chat tonight. It's been good stuff. So I just thank you to everybody that's been there. Thank you for watching. Andy says, no, thank you, Andy. Brilliant. I really appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I look forward to seeing all you guys again tomorrow for the Arsenal Women's Show. And then, of course, over the weekend, we'll be building up to Arsenal against Crystal Palace, of course. Big game return. Patrick Vieira coming back to the Emirates, of course, with Crystal Palace. That's going to be a good game as well. So we'll be all building up to that as well. And Moed in the chat there says, no, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give it a like as well. Rajendra says, bye, Richard. Yeah, bye, Rajendra. Hopefully speak to you tomorrow. We'll, definitely if just looking at. Oh, they haven't updated the table yet. Oh, that was before the game. Sorry, I just had a table on the thingy. But thanks to all you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And I say, please subscribe and like before you leave if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Arsenal Women's Show. In the meantime, of course, as always, brilliant win tonight. Arsenal 4, Hoffenheim 0. We're back in control of our destiny in the group now. 2 wins against Kobe in the next 2 games will put us in a great position, wouldn't it? So we may well qualify out of this group now. Brilliant performance tonight in the end from Arsenal. Well played, the ladies, as always. So we look forward to the show tomorrow. We can talk about it in more detail. Thanks to all you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I say like, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, of course, as always, come on, you Gunners. Come on. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.